Very good morning, all. Okay. See, here it is heavy rain. You might have seen in the news. That's why there was a delay in the class. Sorry for the delay. Fine. Let us start. Anyway, see, I thought of starting the next chapter, but just I would like to revise these three chapters that we had completed already, right? Because there is no revisions. Understanding mathematics, it's very it's easy, but you have to solve all problems, right, in an exam. Because max weightage subject, you can expect at least 20 marks, whichever the exams that you are going to face. So let's revise these three chapters once. Let me solve few more problems, right? I had collected some plenty of problems. Anyway, I will solve a very few of them in order to get the clear idea about the three chapters that we have been completed already, right? So which are all the that is whichever the topics that we had been completed in our earlier class, right? So please you should try to make a proper revision. What we saw first, we had been discussed about matrix, right? And we saw the applications also. And then we had been discussed about differential equations, as well as we saw the applications. And then we had been discussed about complex variables as well as its applications, right? Now we are going to solve the problems, right? Let's see. Please keep your notes with you, which are the questions that I am posting here. If you don't remember, just say the concept and should try to apply it, right? Should try to bring the answer by yourself. Pause the video, try it by yourself. If it is not possible, then look at the board, right? Fine. Let's take the first one. The question number 1, right, is write down if A and B are real symmetric matrices, right? The question number 1 is if A and B are real symmetric matrices. If A and B are real symmetric matrices, if A and B are real symmetric matrices of order n, symmetric matrices of order n, then which of the following statement is true? Then which of the following statement is true? Then which of the following statements are true, right? Which of the following statement is true, right? Not are. Which of the following statement is true? They had given 4 options. In option A, they said A and A transpose equal to I. In option B, they said A equal to A power minus 1. In option B, they said A into B equal to B into A. In option D, they said AB whole transpose equal to B transpose into A transpose, right? Just to look at the options, which might be the correct answer from your side, right? Please post your answers in the comment section, because I'm expecting the answer from your side. I'm just expecting the answer from your side, because already we have seen plenty of examples and the chapters are completed, right? Should try to figure out the answer by yourself, right? என்ன possibilities இருக்கோ? Shall we expect? See, what is the statement? We are talking about two matrices, matrix A and matrix B. And they said the property, right? These two matrices are real. Real in the sense, inside of the matrix, there is no imaginary values or complex variables, right? You'll have only purely real values, right? Similarly, your matrix is also going to be symmetric. What do you mean by symmetric matrix? Symmetric matrix in the sense, A and A transpose are always equal, correct? Yes, that is the property of a symmetric matrix, right? Of order n. Okay, which of the following? So இந்த மாதிரி இருக்க ஒரு மேட்ரிக்ஸ்ல எந்த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் வந்து ட்ரூவா இருக்கலாம்னு கேக்குறாங்க. See there, symmetric matrix in the sense exactly this statement is true, right? But see there, it is not necessary that the value of A and A transpose should be equal to I. This condition should be applicable for orthogonal matrix. Do you all agree with me? Yes, already we had been discussed about orthogonal matrix. In an orthogonal matrix, A and A transpose should, right, unified as what? unity matrix, right? That things we know, that is called identity. And the second thing is, in a symmetric matrix, A and A transpose are going to be equal, not A and A inverse. That is also wrong. And the second thing is, next let's take, see there, A into B is equal to B into A. Is it correct? For our matrix multiplication, I said it's may or may not be true. It is not always true. This statement is not always true, right? Without knowing the values of your matrix, if matrix A is given to you and matrix B also given to you, and then if they are asking this condition, then you can check it, right? You have to find out the value of A into B, and then you are supposed to find the value of B into A, and then in the resultant, if you cross check it, if they are equal, then you can take this might be your answer, right? So this statement is not always true. I said matrix multiplication does not satisfy the property of commutative always. It may or may not be. You should check properly. Okay, what about the option D? Any matrix, right? I had given proof for this one already, right? I hope you all remember. A into B whole transpose should be equal to what? It will be the product of B transpose and the A transpose. At the same time, in the same way, if I take whole inverse also, AB whole inverse will give you the value of B inverse, that is will become equal to the value of B inverse under A inverse. B inverse into A inverse, right? So I had given this property already. That is very important. Just should try to keep it in your mind, right? See, you no need to memorize. I am not forcing you to memorize these things. Just you can cross check. Randomly select some 2 cross 2 matrix A and B, different values. Any value you can take that you want, right? Fine. Edutitadukku appuram rendu matrix eduthu just multiply them and then take transpose. Similarly, take A transpose, matrix A க்கு transpose எடுத்துட்டு matrix B க்கு transpose எடுத்துட்டு find the value of A transpose into B transpose, at the same time find the value of B transpose into A transpose, and then compare it. You will automatically come to know. Similarly, you can also check it for inverse matrix. Okay, so option D is the correct answer. Rest of all people are wrong. Clear? I hope things are very clear to you all, right? Let us select the second question. Guys, please try it by yourself. These things are not new for you all. I'm repeating again, right? Why I'm solving problem here? The thing is, in mathematics there are no things to learn. You should let your brain to work while looking at the question, how to bring the answer. There are no analysis, right? Why over word mean panni idanala dhaan ipdi varudhu. It is not like that, right? You should learn how to apply, right? Fine. They are given one more matrix. Let's see the second one. Given it is a 5 cross 7 matrix has all its entry, right? 5 cross 7 matrix has all its entries is equal to 1, I think, right? All its entries equal to 1. All its entries equal to 1, right? Now the second thing is it visible to you all? Okay, let me stop writing, that is using green marker. Fine. The question is, the rank of the matrix is dash. The rank of matrix is dash. Can anyone please post the answer? Question is, a 5 cross 7 has all its, right? There is a matrix, there is a 5 cross 7 matrix. A 5 cross 7 matrix has all its entries equal to 1. The rank of the matrix is dash. Of course, they said 4 options they had given. Option A, that is 7. Option B, that is 5. In option C, given it is 1. Option D, 0. Right? Anyway, what a very simple question, right? Just let your brain to work. There is a 5 cross 7 matrix. All its entries equal to 1. In the word path odane ungalku answer mindless strike aayirukkum, right? Can anyone please post your answer? Yeah, the correct answer is option D, right? Sorry, option C, 1. Answer is 1, right? I'm happy, right, that I'm getting the answer from your side. See there, 5 cross 7 matrix abdina meaning enna? We should consider 5 rows 7 columns. Exactly. But என்ன சொல்லிருக்காங்க, எல்லா வேல்யூவும் 1 தான், like that 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. 7 entries are there, na 7 columns, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Like I have to repeat 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, again 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, again 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, right? 4 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, correct? Exactly, right? 1 2 3 4 5, totally we have 5 rows and 7 columns, right? Now see there, what is the rank of this matrix? Given it is a 5 cross 7 matrix with all its entries equal to 1, right? Just if you are trying to find out the rank of this matrix, very simple guys, listen. If I subtract first row with the last row, what will happen? Last row first row வந்து subtract பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னா this total row will become 0. Similarly, let me repeat same procedure. Take the first row, right? Select the preceding row of the last one, right? So in the row again, if I am subtracting this one from the first row, then this will also will become 0. Similarly, right, if I will consider all the rows, right? எல்லா ரோஸ்க்கு நீங்க இதே ஆபரேஷனை ரிப்பீட் பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னா all the people will become 0, right? Yes, all these people will become 0. Clear? Finally, what will you get? There is only one non-zero row. So what is the rank of the matrix? So rank of the given matrix is equal to 1. Clear? So the correct answer is option C. Okay, fine. Let us go ahead with the next one. Question is, the eigenvalue of the matrix or dash. The eigenvalue of the matrix are dash. Yeah, let us see. Eigenvalues of the matrix are dash. The eigenvalues of the matrix. Anyway, the given matrix is A1, A1, that is given, right? Or dash. The eigenvalues of the matrix are dash. Can you please find out the eigenvalues? That is the question. Option A, they said A plus 1, comma 0. Option B, they said A comma 0. Option C, they said A minus 1 comma 0. Option D, they said 0 comma 0. So either you can go up with the standard procedure or you can also cross check it with the help of properties. Anyway, let's go ahead with the standard procedure. Since given it is 2 cross 2 matrix, how will you find out the eigenvalue? In order to find out the eigenvalue, first we should write the characteristic equation for the given matrix. Right, for a second order system, characteristic equation is lambda square minus a times of lambda plus b equal to 0. Exactly. Whereas a is sum of principal diagonal. We all know that is sum of principal diagonal, right? So there is sum of principal diagonal. Whereas b is the determinant of the matrix. For example, if I am calling it as matrix A, then that is going to be the determinant, right? So according to the given statement, sum of principal diagonal, in the sense we should add diagonal values. In diagonal, I have two values, A and 1. If I will get the sum, then that is going to be A plus 1. Similarly, for B, we should find out the determinant. A into 1 is A minus A into 1, such that it is going to be 0. If I will substitute those two values here, then it can be rewritten as lambda square minus A plus 1, that is the eigenvalue, right? Lambda, anyway B is going to be 0, such that this equation will become 0. Next step, lambda square minus A plus 1 into lambda equal to 0. If I will take lambda outside, it is become lambda minus A plus 1, right, equal to 0. If you notice, it should be equal to what? Lambda equal to 0 as well as lambda equal to A plus 1. Yes, we got two roots, right? So the correct eigenvalues are A plus 1 comma 0, right? How many of you posted the answer? Yes. Happy? Many of you had posted your answer, right? Yes. See there, what about the second one? According to the property is, we all know principal diagonal should be equal to what? Principal diagonal equal to sum of eigenvalues, right? Principal diagonal should be equal to sum of eigenvalue. According to that property, right, what we know, that is method number 2. According to the property, if I'll add the principal diagonal, then I'm getting A plus 1. Now take your options. In option A, if I'll add, there are two eigenvalues. If I'll add these two values, I'm getting what? In the two eigenvalue add, we are getting same A plus 1. If I'll add these two values, I'm not getting, because principal diagonal sum is a plus 1. If I'll add these two values, I'm getting a plus 0, that is wrong. If I'll add these two values, I'm getting a minus 1, this is also wrong. If I'll add these two values, I'm getting 0, this is also wrong. So the correct answer is option A only. Anyway, at sometimes you cannot, this option is not work always. Method number 2, it won't work always, because at sometimes என்ன பண்ணிருப்பாங்கன்னா இந்த இடத்துல for an example, இப்போ இந்த ஆப்ஷன்ல 0 க்கு பதிலா 1 கொடுத்துட்டா என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? If I'll add these two values, then I'll get the same value. But this is not the correct answer, because we got the eigenvalue. A plus 1 comma 0 is the eigenvalue, right? At sometimes it may work, at sometimes this property it won't work for options. So always I'm requesting you should go with the method number 1 while solving with this type of equations, right? Fine. Let's see next one. Write down the question. The number of linearly independent solutions. The number of linearly independent solution, right? The number of linearly independent solution. Let me rub this one. The number of linearly independent solution. Question is the number of linearly independent solution of the system of equation. The number of, right? The number of linearly independent solution, right? So the number of linearly independent, right? So linearly independent solution. The number of linearly independent solution of the system of equation, right? Of the system of equation, of the system of equation, of the system of equation, whereas the given system is, let me write the system first. Whereas in the system we have 1 0 2 in the first row, 1 minus 1 0, 2 minus 2 0, that is what they had given. And with this given, it is what the rank is, that is x1 x2 x3 equal to 0, that's all. That is what they said, right? Which is equal to, right? என்ன கேட்டிருக்காங்க, number of linearly independent solutions. Options they had given 1, option B they said 2, option C they said 3, option D they said 0, right? Let's check the possible answer for this one, right? The thing is, guys, listen, yes, there is a matrix, right? Now how will you find out? The question is what? Linearly independent solutions, right? What is the formula to obtain the linearly independent solution? Linearly independent solution, right? Let me call it as, that is linearly independent solution. I'm just shorting them. It is equal to what? That is nothing but dimension of null space. Do you all agree with me? Dimension of null space, dimension of null space, or it should be equal to what? Nullity. All are equal, right? So or should be equal to nullity. Of course that is correct, right? Now what is the formula that we saw? In order to obtain that one, we should consider number of columns. One second. That is going to be number of columns. I said what is the answer? Number of columns minus, right? Number of columns minus rank of the matrix. Do you all agree with me? This is a formula to obtain linearly independent solution. Now your target is, we have to identify the number of columns. How many number of columns are there? 1 2 3, right? So totally the number of columns are equal to 3. What about the rank of the matrix? Did anyone find the rank of the matrix? Please post your answer, right? So the rank of the matrix is, see, நீங்க question பார்த்தோன்னே கண்டுபிடிச்சிருவீங்க. கவனிங்க, second row and third row are identical to each other. See, just if I'll divide your third row by 2, then it will become equal to the value of row number 1. இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் ஒரே மாதிரி தான் இருக்காங்க. See there, scalar multiplication of row 2. If I'll multiply row 2 by 2, then I will get row 3. So both are identical to each other. So row number 2 ஆல multiple பண்ணிட்டு ரெண்டு பேரையும் subtract பண்ணீங்கன்னா last row will become completely 0. And then we have 2 non-zero rows just to find out the 2 cross 2 matrix determinant, right? So 1 into minus 1 minus 0, it is not equal to 0. See, I'm just cross checking. இப்போ நீங்க இந்த 3 cross 3 matrix க்கு determinant find பண்ணீங்கன்னா it will going to be 0. Why? Because we have linearly dependent vector. So rank will be reduced to 2 or 1. There are 2 possibilities, right? Either 2 வரலாம் இல்ல 1 வரலாம், 3 வராது. Why? Because we have linearly dependent vector. If you find a determinant, definitely it is going to be 0. So rank either might be 2 or it might be 1. 2 வரணும் என்ன வரணும்? If your rank is said to be 2 when all sub 2, when at least one 2 cross 2 matrix of this 3 cross 3 matrix is going to be not equal to 0, right? அப்ப இதுக்கு first நான் இந்த 2 cross 2 matrix எடுத்துக்கிட்டா I'm just finding the determinant. 1 into minus 1 minus 0, that is not equal to 0, I'm getting minus 1. So rank of the matrix, right? Rank of the matrix equal to 2. What is the correct answer? So that is going to be number of columns are 3 minus rank of the matrix is 2. So the correct answer is 1. That is the option. Option A is the correct answer, right? Did anyone post the answer? Rank 2, sir. Yes, your answer is, many of you posted the answer, right? Feeling happy. Let's see the next one, right? Let us rub this one, right? Write down the question. The rank of a 11 cross 15th matrix. The rank of a 11 cross 15th, 1 5. The rank of a 11 cross 15th matrix. The question is the rank of a, please write down the statement. The rank of, wait a minute, the rank of a 11 cross 15th matrix. 11 cross 15th matrix cannot be more than, right? The question is cannot be more than, right? Cannot be more than. Now they said, right? Option A, the answer is, they said 165. Option B, they said 15. Option C, sorry guys. In option C, they said 11. Option D, right? One second. No. Option D, they said none. Right? They said none. Can anyone please tell me the answer for this question? I am expecting the answer from your side. Please post your answer. Nova. Please try. The question is what? The rank of a 11 cross 15 matrix cannot be more than. They said key is clearly given. What I had been told you, right? For a matrix, right? Let me select a matrix with some number of rows, some number of columns. Let me generally write M cross N matrix. Its order is not known. That is, there are M rows and N columns, such that it can be written as M cross N matrix. Now let me call it as rank matrix A. Now what will be the rank of the matrix? Generally ஒரு மேட்ரிக்ஸ்க்கு நீங்க ரேங்கோட ஆர்டர் என்ன எழுதுவீங்க? See there, except null matrix, for all matrix the minimum rank is 1 and the maximum rank is, if your number of rows and columns are not equal, then the rank range will become 1 to what? Minimum value of, I hope you all remember, minimum value of M cross N. Do you all agree with me? Suppose what I had been told you, if I will have a square matrix, right? Square matrix in the sense N cross N matrix. If I have a N cross N matrix, then for your square matrix, this is non-square matrix. That is the range for non-square matrix, already we saw, right? Whereas the range for a square matrix, I should go from 1 to N, right? So the range is, we can go from 1 to N. Do you all agree with me? Yes. So we are going to consider N rows and N columns because that is the square matrix. Now the question is what? Since given it is non-square matrix, do you all agree with me? Yes, it is non-square matrix. Then I should go ahead with this one. In the condition la neenga travel பண்ணனும். Clear? அப்ப என்ன சொல்லிருக்காங்க? மேட்ரிக்ஸ் cannot be more than அப்படின்னா மேக்ஸிமம் வேல்யூ என்னவா இருக்கலாம்னு கேக்குறாங்க. தட் இஸ் cannot be more than அப்படின்னா வாட் இஸ் தி மேக்ஸிமம் ரேங்க், அந்த வேல்யூ தாண்டி நீங்க போக கூடாது அப்படின்றதான் क्वेश्चन, ரைட்? சோ cannot be more than, right? From this statement they said you are requested to find out the maximum possibility of the rank. Clear? At least can anyone post the answer now? Someone said option, oh many of you told 11 or 15. Why someone said 15? None is wrong from myself, right? 15 also wrong from myself. 165 also wrong from myself. Guys, the question is what? Cannot be more than the sense. See, this is the rank of the matrix. Let me replace M by 11. That is what your question. It is 15. So it is going to be 11, 15. So what is the maximum possibility? The maximum possibility rank of a matrix can go maximum, it can go minimum value of 11 comma 15. It cannot go beyond 11. It cannot go beyond 11. It lies in between 1 and 11, right? So the minimum possibility is 1, maximum possibility is 11. Anyway, in your question they are asking maximum possibility only. So the correct answer is option C. Okay, I hope things are clear to you all. Yeah, many of you guys are posting the answer now. Okay, let's see the next one. The following system of equations, right? So let us rub this one. The following, you please write the question. The following system of equation, let me rub this one. Yeah. The following system of equations, right? The following, right? The following system of equations, right? Given it is x1 plus x2 plus x3 equal to 3. Yes. Second one, x1 minus x3 equal to 0. Yes. Third one, x1 minus x2 plus x3 equal to 1 has, right? Yes. Now they are given 4 options. Option A, they said this system has unique solution. Option A, they said unique solution. Option B, they said no solution. Option B, they said no solution. In option C, they said infinite number of solution, right? Infinite number of solution. Infinite number of solution. Infinite number of solution. Option D, they said only one solution. Option D, they said only one solution. Fine, right? Shall we start our journey? Yes, let's see. Anyway, given it is what? Our given system, yeah, these are the given solution. Okay, our given system is it homogeneous or non-homogeneous? Please first tell me. Given system is non-homogeneous system, right? Given system is non-homogeneous system. If your system is non-homogeneous, then there are 2 possibilities. Possible number 1 is either your system may not have any solution. This possibility will arise when rank of A will become not equal to the value of rank of A augmentation with B. When it is being, suppose if rank of A and rank of B are going to be equal, then I can expect the solution, right? There will be a possibility of getting solution. But there are 2 possibilities. Either I can get unique solution, right? Either I can get unique solution. Either I can get unique solution or I can get infinite number of solution. There are 2 possibilities. Either I can get unique solution or I can get infinite number of solution. Now what is the condition? If you want to obtain unique solution, then we can write rank of A should become equal to the value of rank of AB, and it should become equal to the value of number of unknown vectors, right? So that is number of vectors. In case of infinite number of solution, rank of A and rank of AB are equal only. Rank of A and rank of AB are equal only, but they are less than number of unknown vectors, right? Yes. Now there are 3 possibilities, right? Since given it is non-homogeneous system. Let's see the solution for this one, right? Let us write the matrix. Anyway, if I write the matrix, right? If you are writing this expression in terms of matrix A is what? 1 1 1. Matrix that is 1 0 minus 1 and 1 minus 1 1. Do you all agree with me? Guys, listen. Coefficient of x1 is 1, x2 is 1, x3 is 1. x1 is 1, x2 is missing, so I am putting 0. x3, in front of x3 I have minus 1. Similarly, 1 minus 1 1. Yes, this is matrix A. Similarly, matrix B. Let us collect the matrix B. 3 0 1. I am getting 3 0 1. Now first of all, should try to find the rank of A. Matrix A க்கு நீங்க rank find பண்ணீங்கன்னா it will become 1 into in bracket 0 minus of it will become minus 1, and then minus 1 into it will become 1 into minus of minus 1, 1 into minus of minus 1 will become plus 1, so it will be 2, and then plus 1 into, just to find out the rank by yourself, right? That is going to be minus 1. Now what happened? Minus 1 will become minus 2, and this is also become minus 2. I'm getting minus 4. Am I correct? 1 into 0, minus into minus will become plus. Yes, that is minus 1. Minus 1 into 1 minus, that will become plus 2. Exactly correct. Plus again it will become minus 1. It will be 0. Yes, we are getting minus 4. That is not equal to 0. I hope you all have remember, when rank of A will become not equal to 0. Rank of A oda determinant வந்து not equal to 0 வருது அப்படினா, see, let us see. Determinant of A is not equal to 0 na, directly we can write determinant of AB also not equal to 0, because we all know the reason. A ஓட determinant not equal to 0 வந்துருச்சுனா, நீங்க B ஐ கிளப் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறமா என்ன வரும்? Again, at least 1 3x3 matrix determinant is not equal to 0. கரெக்டா? A augmented B ல A ஒரு மேட்ரிக்ஸ் தான். ஆல்ரெடி A ஓட டிட்டர்மினன்ட் நாட் ஈக்குவல் டு 0 இருக்கும்போது அப்ப இங்க என்ன ஆகும்? நீங்க அதை கிளப் பண்ணா கூட, ஐ மீன் B ஐ A கூட கிளப் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் திரும்பவும் நீங்க என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? You are trying to take all maximum 3x3 possible matrix and you are trying to find out the determinant. அப்படி ஃபைண்ட் பண்ணும்போது மேட்ரிக்ஸ் A, அதாவது இந்த 3x3 மேட்ரிக்ஸும் ஒரு பாசிபிலிட்டி அதுல வரும். எதுல? இந்த AB ல. அப்ப என்ன வரும்? ஆல்ரெடி ஐ நோ அதுக்கு வந்து நாட் ஈக்குவல் டு 0 அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு, அப்ப இதுல அந்த பாசிபிலிட்டிஸ்ல மேட்ரிக்ஸ் A ஓட டிட்டர்மினன்ட் வரதால that is not equal to 0 na. So what is the conclusion? Rank of A and rank of AB are going to be equal to 3. We can write rank of A and the rank of AB are going to be equal to 3, or I can say that is equal to number of unknown vectors. So the given system will going to keep unique solution. How many of you had posted your answer? Option A, yes. Your given system is going to provide unique solution. Good. Let's proceed with the next question. Write down for a following matrix, right? For a following matrix, the number of positive characteristics roots is for the following matrix. For the following matrix, let me rub this one. For the following matrix, the number of positive characteristic roots, the number of positive characteristic roots, the number of positive characteristic roots for the following matrix, for the following matrix, right? For the following matrix, the number of positive characteristic roots, the number of positive characteristic roots. It means they are asking number of positive eigenvalues. Number of positive eigenvalues, not values. Number, எத்தனை positive eigen roots இருக்குன்றதான் question. Number of positive eigenvalues. That is the question, right? Anyway, the matrix, given matrix is 1 minus 1 2 3. 1 minus 1 2 3. That is the given matrix, right? Let us figure out. That is, since given it is 2 cross 2 matrix, in order to obtain the eigenvalue, first step we should write characteristic equation for this. If I write the characteristic equation, then it is become lambda square minus A times of lambda plus B equal to 0, where A is the sum of diagonal principal, that is 1 plus 3 are equal to 4. B is the determinant of the matrix, that is 3 minus of minus 2 will become 5. So determinant will become 5. If I substitute these two people here, it is going to be lambda square minus 4 times of lambda, right, and plus 5 equal to 0. I think we cannot break this roots directly. Can we break the roots directly? Let us try. That is 5. 1 into 5. No, that is not possible actually, because you won't get minus 4, right? Minus 4 is not possible. Okay, let us go ahead with the quadratic equation. We know the formula for quadratic equation. Since it is the second order polynomial quadratic equation, the formula is, in order to obtain the lambda values, right, lambda 1 and lambda 2, the formula is minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac upon 2 times of a should be equal to, let us substitute, right? Now what is a here? Coefficient of lambda square is a, coefficient of lambda is b, coefficient of, that is the constant, is c. Let us substitute. A is 0, b is minus 4. Already we have one more minus. Minus of minus b will become plus b, plus or minus under root of b square, that is minus 4 whole square will become 16 minus 4. A is already, sorry, this is a is 1, right? A is 1. C is how much? C is 5. Let us write C is 5. In the denominator, that is twice of 1. If I reduce this expression, what I will get? 4 plus or minus 16 minus 4 into 5 will become 20. 16 minus 20 will become minus 4. Minus 4 will let you know that will become j times of 2 upon 2, or I can say it is going to be 2 plus or minus j. Right? Yes, that is the value of lambda 1 comma lambda 2. Guys, what is this? This is called complex roots, right? They are called complex roots. They are called complex roots. But question la enna kettirukanga? Positive characteristic roots. Positive characteristics roots in the sense we should obtain. See there, I'm in need of only positive characteristic roots right now. But what I am getting here, one root is 2 plus j, another one root is 2 minus j. Do you have any positive characteristic roots here? No, right? I don't have any positive characteristic roots. So the correct answer is option enna kudukalaya. Wait a minute. Question எங்க இருக்குன்னு தெரியல. Yeah, இங்க இருக்கு. Option A 1, option B 2, option C 4, option D cannot be found, right? Option A is 1, right? Option B is, that is they said that is 2. Option C, right? Option C they said that is இங்க எப்படி 4 la varum, that is wrong actually, right? Option D, right, like this, that is none. See, I am in need of positive characteristic roots. Do you have? No, I don't have positive characteristic roots. I have what? Complex roots, right? So the correct one is what? We should select option D. Okay, let's go ahead with the next question. One second. I think these questions are over here. Let me select the next one. Write down the question. Determinant of the matrix is what? Determinant of the matrix is what? Please wait a minute. Yeah. Determinant of the matrix is what? Let us rub this one. Determinant of the matrix is what? Question is determinant of the matrix. Determinant of the matrix is what, right? And they are given matrix. Given matrix is, guys, please wait a minute. Yeah, it is here. 6 minus 8 1 1. Second question, that is second row is 0 2 4 6. Third row 0 0 4 8, I think 4 8. Fourth row 0 0 0 minus 1. Guys, the question is determinant of the matrix is what? They said option A, they said that is 11. Option B, they said minus 48. Option C, they said 0. Option D, they said minus 24. I'm just expecting the answer from your side. Can you please do it? Please tell me what is the answer. Which is the correct answer? Either it is whether it is option A, option B, option C, or option D. Please post your answer. I'm just expecting the solution from your side. What is this? Given it is the 4x4 matrix. Sorry, 4x4 matrix. Yeah, if you want to find out the determinant for 4x4 matrix, of course we know the procedure, standard procedure. But I only told you, whenever you are looking for a fourth order matrix, definitely there will be some tricks beginning of the question. Because the conclusion is, in your examination, time consumption is the main matter. So they will create some logics begin of the question, or otherwise they will really remodify the questions. அப்படினா ஈஸியான ஒரு क्वेश्चन எடுப்பாங்க. 4x4 matrix எடுத்தாலும் within 4 or 5 steps how to bring the answer. அப்படிதான் questions இருக்கும், right? If you look at this matrix carefully, if you observe this matrix carefully, yeah, many of you guys are posting the answer. Let's see. Guys, listen. This is the diagonal principle we all know. Yes, this is the diagonal principle. There is no mistakes. That is correct. If you notice, below diagonal principle, right, there is a triangular Yes, below diagonal principle there is a triangular. In the triangular, all the variables are going to be equal to 0. Now, in any matrix, below the principal diagonal, if all matrix values are going to be equal to 0, then that matrix is called upper triangular matrix. What do I mean here? In case, why? Because in the lower of your principal diagonal, all your values are going to be 0. So this triangular will become completely 0 only in the upper half of the triangular. It is also looking like a triangular. In this upper half of the triangular only I have the matrix values, whereas in the lower matrix I don't have any values, that is 0, right? So what is the conclusion here? From this statement, this is upper triangular matrix, right? In case of, right, I hope you all remember, in diagonal matrix, unit matrix, scalar matrix, and upper triangular matrix, lower triangular matrix, I had given one statement. Enna statement கொடுத்திருந்தேன்? Eigenvalues of the matrix should be equal to what? Principal diagonal. Principal diagonal la enna irukko, that is going to be your eigenvalues of the matrix. Right? Now, what will be the principal diagonal? 6, 2, 4, minus 1, right? So that is going to be, they are going to be your eigenvalues. 6, 2, 4, minus 1 are going to be the eigenvalues of the matrix. Now, we all know one more property. What we know, that is determinant of the matrix, right? So let us write determinant of the matrix should be equal to what? Product of the eigenvalues. Do you all agree with me? Yes. That is, or we can say principal diagonal product. Directly we can, we can say that is product of diagonal values, or I can say what? That is the product of eigenvalues. That is also correct, right? So product of the eigenvalues, what? It is 6 cross, 2 cross, 4 cross, minus 1. 4 cross minus 1. Anyway, what will be the answer? 6 times of 2 will be 12. 12 times of 4 will be 48. But 48 into minus 1 will give you minus 48. So the correct answer for this question is minus 48. Yes, many of you guys are posting the answers. I'm feeling happy. I'm looking for the next question. Now write down. The question is, if A is a real square matrix, right? If A is a real square matrix, let me rub this one. If A is a real square matrix, then A transpose is, if A is a real square matrix, if A is a given key is real square matrix, that's all. Real square matrix. If A is a real square matrix, then A transpose is, option A, they said unsymmetric. Option B, they said always symmetric, right? Option B, they said always symmetric. Option C, they said skew symmetric. Option D, they said sometimes symmetric. Okay, please should try to post your answer. I'm just expecting the answer from your side. Can you please do it? Post your answer, right? I'm just looking for your answer. Please do it. No, na? Just to think, that is observation only, right? I'm not forcing you to do something. ஒரு மேட்ரிக்ஸ் வந்து ரியலாக இருக்குது, ஸ்கொயராக இருக்குது. தட் இஸ் ஸ்கொயர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ்னா ஆர்டர் n cross n, that is 2 cross 2, 3 cross 3, 4 cross 4, like that you can select. What it was given, real square matrix, it's A into A transpose is what? That is, அதான் கொஸ்டினில் கேட்டிருக்காங்க. இது எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கிறதான் அவங்களோட கொஸ்டின், ரைட்? Did anyone posted the answer? Someone said option B. Option B always is symmetric. Yeah. I think you are in the correct track, right? See, just take this matrix A into A transpose, right? Let me call this one as the matrix A, right? Sorry, matrix X. Now just matrix X equal to A into A transpose. I'm just calling like this. Now I would like to know the value of X transpose. X transpose when அப்படினா let's see A transpose whole transpose. Then what I will get, it can be written like this: A transpose dot A transpose whole transpose. Now what I will get, it is going to be already transpose எடுத்த ஒரு matrixக்கு நீங்க again transpose எடுத்தீங்கன்னா again you are going to get A only. Is there any changes? No, right? So that is going to be what? X transpose. Now I'm just asking you one more question, right? What is the question? If I'll have AB, right? If I'll have a matrix AB, if a matrix AB, if you are taking whole transpose, then it will be equal to what? It should be equal to B transpose A transpose. Just these two people will be interchangeable. Now just compare X and X transpose. Am I getting the same relation or not? See there, A into A transpose. Here what I am going to get? A transpose into A, right? Okay, that's all. Next thing is, see, let us cross check, right? Now what happened? Let me rub this one. Let me prove it just by taking a small 2 cross 2 matrix, right? For an example, if I'll select a matrix 1 2 1 1, that is enough. Matrix A. Now tell me what is the value of A transpose here? A transpose is going to be equal to let just 1 2 1 1, that is A transpose. Now let's figure out the value of A into A transpose. A into A transpose should be equal to, right? இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் மல்டிபிள் பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னா what I will get, so first row with the first column, right? 1 into 1 plus 2 into 2 will give you 5 in the first row. Second 1 into 1 plus 2, that will give you 3. Just you can do it by yourself, right? I don't need to explain because we know these things very well. 1 into 1, that is 2, that will give you 3. Next 1 1, that is give you 2, right? Yes, that is A transpose. Let's figure out the value of A transpose into A. Do you think that there is see, A transpose is first this one, right? So let us consider, I'm considering this one, right? So I'm in need of, I would like to just get the value of A transpose into A, right? I'm just guys, please 1 minute. I think here I made a small mistake. See, AB whole transpose, I did not apply that property here. Wait a minute, please. இங்க என்ன இருக்கு பாருங்க. See, instead of considering AB whole transpose, sorry, A dot A transpose, for an example, if I have AB, if I'll take whole transpose, I wrote here but I did not forget to apply there. இதுக்கு transpose எடுத்தீங்கன்னா என்ன வரும்? You are going to get B transpose into A transpose, correct? Just we have to interchange these two people, right? While taking transpose, I have to see. அப்ப என்ன பண்ணணும்? First here we are going to get A transpose whole transpose. Here I am going to get A transpose only, right? So I got, that is, I no need to prove it, right? So directly you will get the answer. A transpose and A transpose are going to be equal, right? Sorry guys, I just made a small mistake. I did not notice. Okay, here we don't need to calculate this one. Again, this is also going to be A transpose only. So you are going to get the same value. They are equal, right? See, I am repeating once again. Here I made a small mistake, right? Please wait a minute. That is unconscious, right? See there. AB whole transpose கெடுத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா AB whole transpose should be equal to what? B transpose into A transpose. இங்க B யாரு? A transpose is the B, this is A. அப்ப first இங்க யார் வரணும்? இந்த term தான் first வரணும். This term will going to be second. That is B whole transpose A transpose. Such that A transpose whole transpose will give you A only, na? Again A transpose. Directly we can write. We no need to prove it, right? I was writing this expression for that only, and then later I have gone. That is started proving it, right? That fine. See, directly observe this one. What is the difference between X transpose and X? No, they are equal, right? So X and X transpose are equal. So we can directly say that matrix is always symmetric, right? Forgive me, there is some unconsciousness. I did not apply that one, right? Okay, fine. Let us take the next one. Write down the question. The eigenvalues of the matrix is what? The question is, once again, eigenvalues of the matrix is what? X equal to X transpose அப்படின்னா என்ன? That is the property of symmetric matrix. A matrix is said to be symmetric when A equal to A transpose. If X equal to X transpose, then that matrix is what? Always symmetric, right? Fine. Anyway, the next question is eigenvalues of the matrix 0, 1, 1, 0, I think, right? Yeah, 0, 1, 1, 0. That is the question, right? What is the eigenvalue of this matrix, right? So let's figure out the answer, right? That is lambda square, right? That is since given it is 2 cross 2 matrix. Anyway, they are given the options. You please try it by yourself. Let me write down the answer options first. Yeah, that is given, right? Let's try 2 cross 2 matrix, lambda square minus a lambda plus b equal to 0, and we all know that is lambda square minus a is sum of eigenvalue, that is 0, plus determinant of the matrix is going to be what? 0 minus 1, such that it is going to be minus 1 equal to 0, such that we can write lambda square minus 1 equal to 0. Yes, or I can write lambda equal to, that is lambda square equal to plus 1, or I can write lambda is equal to plus or minus 1, right? So the conclusion is what? If I'll find the question is what? The question is the eigenvalues. Yes, the question is eigenvalues of the matrix is what? Okay, fine. So what is the conclusion? Eigenvalue lambda square minus a lambda plus b, we know that is a sum of eigenvalue, b is what? Determinant of the matrix. Directly we can write. So the answer is what? Plus or minus 1, right? Can anyone please find out the determinant of the matrix? What is the determinant? Determinant is equal to what? Determinant of the matrix should be equal to, if I'll take determinant for this matrix, 0 minus 1. So that is going to be equal to minus 1. That's all. Okay, fine. So what is the next one? Let's proceed, brother. Answer is what? Option D. Next, okay, for the given matrix, find the sum of eigenvalues of the matrix. Please write down the question. The question is sum of the eigenvalues of the matrix is what? Sum of the eigenvalues of the matrix is what? The given question is, given matrix is, let's try and figure out, that is 2, 0, 0, minus 1, second 0, 1, double 0, third they said 0, 0, 3, 0, fourth they said minus 1, 0, 0, I think that is 4. Sum of the eigenvalues of the matrix is what? Option A, that is 10, option B they said minus 10, option C they said 24, option D they said plus 22. Can anyone please tell me the answer? Eigenvalues, sum of the eigenvalue. Question is sum of the eigenvalues of the matrix is dash. See, we all know that is very simple. Given it is 4th order matrix, yes, of course, it is 4 cross 4. But I said, whenever we are looking for 4 cross 4 matrix, your questions will be very easy, right? Question sum of eigenvalues of the matrix is what? Sum of eigenvalues. But what we know, sum of eigenvalues should be equal to what? Trace of diagonal, right? Trace of diagonal or sum of principal diagonal, right? So trace of diagonal, or we can write what? Sum of principal diagonal. Principal diagonal. That's all. We know these things. According to the property, what? If I'll add these 4 values, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10. So the correct answer is option A, right? Yeah, many of you guys are posting the answer. Let's go ahead with the next one. Write down, if A is any n cross n matrix, if A is any n cross n matrix, let me rub this one. If A is any n cross n matrix, let us rub this one. Let us please write the answer. If A is any n cross n matrix, if A is any n cross n matrix, it is a square matrix, that's all, right? And K is a scalar, and K is a scalar, K is a scalar, K is a scalar, and K is a scalar, then K is a scalar, then determinant of Ka is equal to alpha times of A. They said that is alpha times of determinant of A, then where alpha is, where alpha is dash, and they are given 4 options. Option A they said K into N, Option B, they said n power k. Option C, they said k power n. Option D, they said k by n, I think, right? Yes, that is k by n. Can anyone please tell me the answer? I'm expecting the answer from your side. Please post your answer. It's a chilly question, right? Because we know the property, right? We know the property of the matrix. Order of the matrix is what? It is clearly denoted that the order of the matrix is n cross n, right? If the matrix order is n cross n, then what will be the answer? Yeah, option C, yeah, k power n. Good, right? So the thing is, we know the property already. We know the property is what? For your matrix A, for your n cross n matrix, its correspondent determinant, right? For an n cross n matrix, its correspondent determinant is A, right? Already I had been proved, right? Suppose if it is multiplied by a factor A, k, scalar, right? If it is scaled by a factor of k, then its correspondent determinant, right? So that can be simply, right, determinant of this new matrix, right, is going to be determinant of ka. That should be equal to what? K power order of the matrix is n into determinant of the matrix A. Directly we can write, right? So that's all. That is the conclusion. So the answer is what? So here, instead of putting k power n, they are putting, right, they are replacing it by a alpha, right? So alpha should be equal to k power n. So the correct answer is option C, right? Yes. Let us see the next one. The number of terms in the expansion of, right? So let me rub this one. The number of terms in the expansion of, right? Let us rub this one. The number of terms in the expansion of general determinant of order n. The number of terms in the expansion, right? So the number of terms in the expansion of general determinant, right? General determinant, right? General determinant of order, right, of order n is, right, of order n is option A, n square, option B, I think n factorial, option C they said n, option D they said n plus 1 whole square. That's all. That is given. Actually, many of you having a doubt. The doubt is, sir, what is the question? Because you are not getting, I know, right? The question line, right? The number of terms, number of terms is the number of doubting, number of terms here, right? Number of terms in the expansion of determinant of n cross n matrix. See, order n and மட்டும் ஏன் அப்படியே கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? Because determinant can be predictable only for square matrix. If order is given as 2, indirectly it means that is 2 cross 2 matrix. If order is given as 4, indirectly it means 4 cross 4 matrix. That's why at sometimes they are directly defining it as order n. Because determinant can be predictable only for square matrix, right? So order கொடுத்திருக்காங்க அப்படினா அப்ப nth order கொடுத்திருக்காங்கன்னா its correspondent matrix is n cross n square matrix, right? Let's see how to figure out this one, right? If you don't know the values for n cross n matrix, then try it for 1 cross 1, 2 cross 2, 3 cross 3 matrix, right? Let's take a 2 cross 2 matrix. Let me call them A, B, C, D. How many terms are there in their expansion? Determinant. Let us take a 2 cross 2 matrix. Let's try and figure out the number of terms. Can you please find out the determinant of this matrix? If you find the determinant of this matrix, that is going to be A into D minus B into C. How many terms are there? This is called term number 1, and here I have one more term, that is term number 2. So totally we have 2 terms, right? Totally we have 2 terms in the expansion of the determinant. That is the question. Number of terms in the expansion of the determinant. I got 2 terms. Term number 1, term number 2. Let's try and figure out the same thing for 3 cross 3 matrix. So what we have understood, for a 2 cross 2 matrix, for your 2 cross 2 matrix, I got 2 terms, right? For 2 cross 2 matrix, we got 2 terms, right? Let's rub this one. Let us take a 3 cross 3 matrix and let's proceed further. See, all our observations, right, should try to understand, right? They are இது எல்லாமே நான் வந்து நம்ம சால்வ் பண்ணி பார்க்கும்போது just it satisfies, right? அங்கிருந்து okay, we are feeling happy and we are writing these things, right? Fine. Now what I'm going to do, the second thing, let us take a 3 cross 3 matrix. Let us consider a 3 cross 3 matrix A, B, C. Let me call it as, okay, I don't want to let you in trouble. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. That's enough. Let's try. Find out the determinant of the 3 cross 3 matrix. Let's see what happened. Here what happened, A in bracket E into I. You will have E into I minus H into F. Yes, H into F. And then similarly minus B into in bracket DI minus FG. D into I minus F into G. Similarly plus C in bracket DH minus EG. DH minus E into G. If you open up the brackets, then what happened? A E I minus A H F minus B D I plus B F G, right? Plus C D H minus C E G. How many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. In the expansion, that is term number 1, term number 2, term number 3, term number 4, term number 5, term number 6. Right? So the conclusion. Next I got 3 cross 3 matrix, we are going to get 6 terms, right? For our 3 cross 3 matrix, we are going to get 6 terms. Suppose if I have 1 cross 1 matrix, then what I will get? You will have only one term. 1 cross 2 1 matrix, 1 cross 1 matrix na meaning enna? You are going to get only one variable. அப்ப அதோட determinant என்ன? உள்ள என்ன இருக்கோ அதான் அதோட determinant. அதோட determinant உள்ள என்ன இருக்கோ டைரக்ட்டா அதை எடுத்து அப்படியே எழுத வேண்டியதான், right? So, what we have understood from this expansion, let me generalize. Let me generalize these things, right? Let us figure out. Did anyone got the answers from this? இதுல இருந்து உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது புரியுதா? நீங்க ஆன்சர் போஸ்ட் பண்ணுங்க பாப்போம். யாருக்காச்சும் புரிஞ்சிருந்தா you can, yeah, I'm feeling happy someone posted the answer, right? Let's see, right? So let us try and figure out the answer. Let me rub this one. Guys, listen, which is equal to what? உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சிருக்கணும், right? What is this? First term, right? So let me write. We can call it as 1 factorial. One term, 1 factorial equal to what? 1. And we can write this one as the 2 factorial. அப்படினா மீனிங் என்ன? 2 factorial நம்ம எப்படி எழுதுவோம்? 2 cross 1. So which is equal to what? 2 only. Let's write. அப்ப third க்கு என்ன வந்திருக்கு பாருங்க. Let us write, that is 3 factorial. 3 cross 2 cross 1. 3 factorial அப்படினா that can be expanded as 3 cross 2 cross 1, which is equal to 6. If I write 4 cross, that is 4 factorial, then that it means if you are considering a 4 cross 4 matrix, then it will going to be, right? அப்ப 4 cross 4 matrix na you have to expand like this: 4 cross 3 cross 2 cross 1, which is equal to 24. Which is equal to 24. Definitely you will get 24 terms. You can cross check. I'm just letting you to do this work, right? So if I'm just expanding this series up to n cross n matrix, then its correspondent answer you are going to get n factorial terms. You are going to get n factorial terms for an n cross n matrix, for n cross n matrix, right? So what is the correct answer? The number of terms in the expansion of the general determinant of the order n should be equal to n factorial. Clear? I hope things are clear to you all. Yeah, many of you guys had posted the answer. Feeling happy now. Let's take the next question, right? Next one is, once again they are asking the determinant of the matrix is dash, right? The question is, yes, we know that is same as, okay, anyway, let's see. Let us rub this one. Determinant of the matrix is dash. The question given, it is 4 cross 4 matrix, but here you cannot apply the property directly. We should check. Let's see what happened. Anyway, let me rub these things. They said there is a 4 cross 4 matrix, that is 2 0 0 0 8 1 7 2. I think that is correct. Yes, and then 2 0 2 0, and then they said 9 0 6 1. Option B, sorry, options are 4 0 15 20. Can you please pose the that is try your answer? Tell me the answer. Can anyone? I'm just expecting the answer from your side, right? Please do it by yourself, right? What will be the answer? The answer is, guys, listen. The question is, let us treat this one as the matrix A. I'm just naming, right? determinant of the matrix can be, right? We just figure out the determinant of the matrix. I said whenever we are looking for 4 cross 4 matrix, here the thing is this matrix is not a scalar matrix or diagonal matrix or unit matrix or lower triangular or upper triangular எந்த ஒரு கேட்டகரியிலுமே இந்த மேட்ரிக்ஸ் வரல. அப்போ டைரக்டா ஈகன் வேல்யூஸ் எடுத்துக்கிட்டு அப்படியே மல்டிபிள் பண்ணி போடக்கூடாது, right? That is not your answer, right? Now, but what we have to do, the thing is we have to figure out the determinant of the 4 cross 4 matrix. What is the procedure? Determinant of the 4 cross 4 matrix, its procedure is, which is equal to, what is the procedure? First, just to proceed, right? First element, that is 2, right? In bracket we should neglect the correspondent column and the correspondent row. Then you can find a 3 cross 3 matrix. For your 3 cross 3 matrix, you know how to find out the determinant. Please proceed, right? That is going to be 1 into, in bracket, 2 into 1 minus 0, exactly I am getting 2, minus 7 into, in bracket I am getting 0, right? Plus 2, in bracket I am getting 0. That's all. That is going to be the determinant. You might be getting shocked, sir, why are you not considering other terms? Other terms are 0. என்ன பண்ண போறீங்க அதை consider பண்ணி? 0, in bracket you are going to do block things. Again plus 0, I know there is either plus, then it will be minus, yes, and then again plus 0 into you are going to do block things, again minus 0, again you are going to do some block things. I don't want to know that one, because finally that value is going to be multiplied by 0, so happily we can say these people are going to be 0. What will be the answer? Let's reduce 2, right? Anyway these are also going to be 0, so the answer is what? 4, option A. That's all, right? So what is the conclusion here? That is what I had been told you. If 4 cross 4 matrix will be given, definitely that question will be very easy. See there how many steps, right? Just you think is you have to practice. Fine. Next question. If A, B, C are square matrices, let me rub this one first. If A, B, C are square matrices, if A, B, C are square matrices, if A, B, C are square matrices, then what is the conclusion here? Wait a minute. Then matrices of the same order, order is same, of the same order, then A, B, C whole inverse is equal to ABC whole inverse equal to. Of course they are given 4 options. In option A they said that is C inverse, B inverse, A inverse. In option B they said fine, let me write like this: C inverse, A inverse, B inverse. Option C they said A inverse, B inverse, C inverse, A inverse, B inverse, C inverse. Option D they said A inverse, C inverse, B inverse. Can anyone please tell me your answer? I'm just expecting the answer from your side, right? Guys, please post your answer. Drop your answer in the comment section. I'm not getting. Answer A. Yeah, that is answer A, the correct answer. That is, we know, right? Just now I had been proved AB whole inverse equal to what? B inverse, A inverse. Then ABC whole inverse is what? Just we should reverse the order. Then it should be equal to C inverse, B inverse, A inverse, right? So the correct answer is option A. Yeah, that is going to be option A. That's all. Yeah, many of you guys are posting the answer. Good. Next, write down. Consider the following statements, right? Consider the following statements. Yeah, consider the following statements, right? The statements are: statement number 1. They said the sum of 2 singular matrices may be singular. The sum of 2 singular matrix, the sum of 2 singular matrix, right? The sum of 2 singular matrix may be singular, right? May be singular. The sum of two singular matrix may be singular. First statement. Second statement, they said, right? Second statement is the sum of two non-singular matrix may be non-singular. The sum of two non-singular matrix. The sum of two non-singular matrix. The sum of two non-singular matrix may be. The sum of two non-singular matrix may be non-singular. The sum of two non-singular matrix may be non-singular. Right? Now that is the given two statements. Now the question is, which of the following statement is true? Right? Then which of the following statement, right? Which of the following statement is true? Which of the following statement is true? Which of the following statement is true? That is the question. Right? Let's write down the options. Option A, they said S1 and S2 are both true. S1 and S2 are both true. Both are true. That is what is the given, right? Option B, they said S1, S2 are both false. S1 and S2 are both false. Are both false. Option C, they said, right? Option C, S1 is true, S2 is false. Directly let me write. S1 is true and S2 is false. Option D, they said S1 is false, S2 is true. S1 is false and S2 is true. S1 is false, S2 is true. Can anyone please figure out the answer for this one? You have to try these things at all. You have to try and you have to post the answer, right? Answer சொல்ல முடியுமா? Guys listen, see, இந்த மாதிரி questions எல்லாம் வரும்போது don't wait too many minutes, right? There is no work for that. Question is, in the statement number 1, they said sum of two singular matrix. Select two singular matrix, try it by yourself. Randomly choose two singular matrix. Again, sum of two non-singular matrix. Randomly select some two non-singular matrix to try to group them together and should try to figure out the answer. Let's see, sum of two singular matrix. Singular matrix now, what is the meaning? Determinant of the matrix will going to be equal to 0. That is called a singular matrix. Let's try. Let me take a matrix like this. Like let us see 1 0. Let me select 1 0 like this. Now what is the determinant of the matrix? 0, right? Let us go ahead with one more matrix. Let's say 0 0 1 1. What about this one? Simply select some values. That is also going to be 0. Determinant of this one is 0. Determinant of this one also 0. So both are singular matrix. Now the question is sum of two singular matrix. If I'll add these two, sum of two singular, ரெண்டுமே singular இருக்கணும். Singular na determinant 0 இருக்கணும். Yes. So I am just selecting those type of two matrix and let me group them together. If I'll group them, then 1 plus 0 will become 1. Similarly, right, just what I have to do, 0 plus 1 will become 1. 1 plus 0 will become 1. 0 plus 1 will become 1. Can you please find out the determinant for this matrix? That is also going to be 0. Cross product, right? So what is the conclusion? If the sum of two singular matrix, right, that is two singular matrix வந்து நீங்க sum பண்ணீங்க அப்படினா its resultant, right, that is also become what? May become a singular matrix. Yes, that statement is true. I'm getting what? Resultant எனக்கு என்ன வந்திருக்கு? Singular matrix வருது, right? So S1 is correct. This statement is correct. Let's try and figure out the second one, right? So for this one, let's select some matrix, non-singular matrix. Let us see 1 1 0 0. Let's select like this. And let me try. Let's take 0 0 1 1, right? That's all. So if the determinant of first one is what? 1 into 1 minus 0, I am getting 1. 0 into minus 1, right? 0 minus 1 is going to be minus 1. So both are not equal to 0. The question is, we should select two non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix in the sense its determinant not equal to 0, right? Now we should group them together. Just we have to do addition. If I'll add them together, then 1 plus 0 will be 1. Then 0 plus 1 will be 1. Then 0 plus 1 will be 1. Then what I'm getting? 1 plus 0 will become 1. Right? Yes. Now in this case, this statement will become 0. right? But we should check, right? Our statement la enna kuduthirukanga, the sum of these two singular matrix may become singular endradha kuduthirukanga. It will be always appdi namu solla, it is always singular appdi namu sollala. There might be a chances of getting singular matrix, and mari varadhukku chances irukku nu ketirukanga, right? So unfortunately enakku inga enna vandiruchena, two non singular matrix eduthukittu adoda determinant find pannappa namakku enna vandirukku, that is not equal to 0, right? Sorry guys. No, don't keep your answer directly. We should check. எனக்கு இப்போ இந்த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் வந்து இங்க satisfy ஆகல. So let's try and figure out with some other values. இப்போ நான் இங்க என்ன பண்றேன் அப்படினா, let us select some values 1 2. இப்போ செக் பண்ணி பாருங்க, right? Because இந்த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ல கவனிங்க, one thing you all have to understand. இந்த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் என்ன, the sum of two singular matrix may become singular, may be singular அப்படினா it may or may not be, ஆனா சிங்குலர் ஆகிறதுக்கு பாசிபிலிட்டிஸ் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு தான் சொல்றாங்க. that is true, right? இந்த மாதிரியும் வரலாம், வராம போகலாம். செகண்ட் ஆப்ஷன் will be there. இப்போ இந்த இடத்துல எனக்கு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் இஸ் கவனிங்க, டூ சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸை எடுத்துக்கிட்டு அதை நீங்க ஆட் பண்ணும்போது எப்பயுமே வந்து 0 வந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா, ஆட் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் எப்பயுமே 0 வந்துச்சுன்னா that is மேபியை தூக்கிட்டு அங்க ஆல்வேஸ்னு போட்டிருப்பாங்க. that is sum of two singular matrix, right? Sum is that is always singular அப்படினு சொல்லிருப்பாங்க, right? always அப்படினா எப்பயுமே அப்படி தான் நடக்கும். பட் மேபி அப்படினா may or may நடக்கலாம், நடக்காமயும் போகலாம். ஆனா நடக்கலாம் அப்படிங்கற பாசிபிலிட்டி இருக்கா இல்லையா? இந்த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் என்னன்னா always true-ஆ இல்ல மேபி அது வரதுக்கு அது நடக்கிறதுக்கு சான்சஸ் இருக்கா இல்ல நடக்கவே அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் நடக்கவே நடக்காதான்றத क्वेश्चन, right? Similarly here இந்த நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எடுத்துக்கிட்ட மேட்ரிக்ஸ்ல it not happen. பட் அவங்க ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ல என்ன சொல்லிட்டாங்க, மேபின்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்களே. so I should think always அப்படினு சொல்லிருந்தா I can say that is wrong, right? So we should, அப்ப நம்ம வேற ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு மேட்ரிக்ஸ் எடுத்துக்கிட்டு நான் சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸ் எடுத்தா, இப்போ இவங்க ரெண்டு see there 1 into 1 minus 2, I am getting minus 1. This is also not equal to 0 only. இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் ஆட் பண்ணுங்க, 1 plus 0 will become 1, and then 1 plus 1 will become 2. I am getting 2 plus 1 will become, I am getting 2 here, and then 1 plus 0 I am getting what? 1 plus 0 I am getting 1. Find out the determinant for this one. 1 minus 4 I am getting what? This its determinant is minus 3. That is not equal to 0. So what is the conclusion? This statement is also correct. Are you getting me, guys? I am repeating, the difference between, right, always and maybe is, always அப்படினா எப்பயுமே, இப்போ ரெண்டு சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸை நீங்க சூஸ் பண்றீங்க அப்படின்னா ரெண்டு சிங்குலர் மேட்ரிக்ஸோட அடிஷன் எப்பயுமே சிங்குலர் தான் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா ஓகே. எனக்கு இங்க என்ன வந்திருக்கு அப்படின்னா எப்பயுமே சிங்குலரா இருக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு அவங்க சொல்லியிருந்தாங்கன்னா we should check, right? அவங்க என்ன சொல்லியிருந்தாங்கன்னா அதே மாதிரி எப்பயுமே சிங்குலரா இல்லாம போகலாம் அப்படின்ட்டு ரெண்டு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் கொடுக்கலாம். அப்ப ஸ்டாண்டர்டா எப்பயுமே அப்படிதான் அப்படின்னா that is always, right? alwaysனா எப்பயுமே அப்படிதான். மேபி அப்படின்னா அந்த மாதிரி நடக்கிறதுக்கான சான்சஸ் இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறப்ப எஸ், two singular matrix addition may become singular. That statement is true. இன்னொரு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் இருக்கு, இது வந்து நடக்காமையும் போகலாம். that things I don't want. அவங்க மேபி சிங்குலரா நடக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிருக்காங்களா, அது கரெக்டான ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் தான். yes, I am getting that one. That property is being satisfied. Similarly, the sum of two non singular matrix may be non singular. non singular வரதுக்கான சான்சஸ் இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிற ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் கரெக்ட் தானே? yes. It will also become singular. Singular இப்பதான் நம்ம பார்த்தோம், முன்னாடி என்ன பார்த்தோம்னா சிங்குலராவும் இது வருது, பட் இட் மே பி, ரைட், நான் சிங்குலரா வரதுக்கும் சான்சஸ் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்றது கரெக்ட் தானே? எஸ். So what is the conclusion here? The correct answer is option A. This is not option C. That's what I had been told you. While theoretical questions கொடுக்கும்போது you should observe the words carefully. whether they are using will போட்டாங்க அப்படின்னா strongly they are putting, right? அப்படி தான் நடக்கும்னு அர்த்தம். will சொல்றாங்க, will போட்டு சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னா it will always be, right? அந்த மாதிரிலாம் வேர்ட்ஸ் வருது அப்படின்னா அந்த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் வந்து ஸ்ட்ராங்கா ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்றாங்கன்னு அர்த்தம். மேபி, may not be அப்படின்னா possibilities, we should see the possibilities, probability வச்சு தான் நீங்க பார்க்கணும். Okay, fine. So the correct answer is maybe, in the sense both statements may become true. நீங்களும் மேபில தான் ஆன்சர் கொடுக்கணும். That's all. Clear? I hope things are clear to you all. Let's go ahead with the next question. Let us moving on to the next one. Again, you are requested to find out the eigenvalues. They are given 4x4 matrix. Let's see. The question is determinant of the matrix is what, right? They are given a big question, but that is 4x4 matrix only. Yeah, let us rub this one. Please wait. No, that is 6x6 matrix, not 4x4. Let us rub this one, right? Let us rub this one. Yeah, let's try and figure out the answer. The given values are, they said like this: 1 0 0 0 0 0. Correct? Yes, that is. Next they put 100, right? Again they put 1 0 0 0 0. They put 100, and then they put 200. They put 1 0 0 0. and then they put 100, they put 200, they put 300, they put 100, right? Then they put 100 here, they put 200 here, they put 300 here, they put 400 here, they put 1, they put 0 here, they put 100 here, they put 200 here, they put 300 here, they put 400 here, they put 500 here, they put 1 here. Can anyone please post the answer? Do you want options for this? Yes, they are given plenty of options. Option A, they said. Option B, they said, I think 1000. Option C, they said 10,000. Huh? Yeah. Option D, they said 11,000. Can anyone please tell me the answer? Post your answer, right? I'm just waiting for your answer, right? Because it's easy question. What is this? Question is, determinant of the matrix is what? Since given it is the 6 cross 6 matrix, of course, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that is 6 cross 6 matrix. Fine. So we can find out the determinant for the square matrix. First thing. Second, if you notice these things carefully, given matrix is what? It is the upper triangular matrix. Yes. Given matrix is a lower triangular matrix. This is the lower triangular matrix because above principal diagonal all the values are going to be 0. So that is called what? Lower triangular matrix. Anyway, what we know before finding the determinant of the matrix, let's figure out the eigenvalues of the matrix. The eigenvalues are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Why? Because upper triangular matrix, for upper triangular, lower triangular, diagonal matrix, scalar matrix, unit matrix, for all these people, diagonal principal is going to be equal to eigenvalues of the matrix. So that is 1, 1, 1, 1. Now what we know, determinant of the matrix should be equal to product of eigenvalues. That statement is always true. If I multiply all these people, then 1 cross 1 cross 1. Anyway, you know the answer. I am just explaining, that's all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the answer is, see how simply your questions are, right? Yeah, your answer is 1. Now let's figure out the next one. How many solutions does the following system of linear equation is having, right? Let's figure out. They are given a 2 cross 2 matrix. Yeah. Let's try and bring out the answer. That is, bring the answer for the next one. Let me rub this one. The question is, how many solutions does the following system of linear equation have? How many solutions? Question is, how many solutions does the following system of linear equation, right? Following system of linear equation have. They said minus x plus, you have to bring the answer. 5y equal to minus 1. And second they said x minus y equal to 2. And then they said x plus 3y equal to 3. Right? Please try to bring the answer by yourself because I don't want to waste my time. It's a repeated question, right? This type of models we had been observed already. Infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many question, many solution. Option B, they said 2 distinct solutions. 2 distinct solution. Option C, they said unique solution. Wait a minute. Option C, they said unique solution. Option D, they said none. Guys, figure out the solution by yourself because I'm not going to waste my time here. With this, let's find matrix. It's over, right? That is enough. Let me select the second one. Let's try and solve the questions in differential equation, right? Please wait few minutes because I have to take that chapter. Yeah, it is here. You can just figure out, right? What is the rank of A? Rank of A find panding adina, you will get the solution. Avlada. Rank A find monitor and then find out the rest of things, right? Do it by yourself, right? Chilly question. We have seen many things, right? Let me moving on to the next one. The question is, the differential equation is given. Given it is, The differential equation is, yeah, many of you guys had posted the answer. Option A, you can just try it by yourself, right? Because I too don't know the option. The differential equation, write down the question, right? The next one is the differential equation. The differential equation given it is d power 4 times of y upon dx power 4 plus p into d square y upon dx square plus k times of y equal to 0. Plus k times of y is equal to 0. Now the question is, the given system is linear of fourth order. Let me write, that is linear of fourth order. It is the linear of fourth order, right? Linear of fourth order. Option B, they said that is option A. Option B, they said non-linear of fourth order. That is non-linear of fourth order. That is the non-linear of fourth order, right? And option C, they said non-homogeneous. They said that is non-homogeneous. In option D, they said linear and fourth degree, right? Linear and fourth degree. Linear and fourth degree. That's all. That is non-homogeneous. That is linear and fourth degree. Now the question is what? Can anyone please tell me the answer? Oh, many of you guys had posted option A. Good. That is what? See, how it is linear first of all, because its degree is what? Degree of differential coefficients are going to be equal to 1. If degree of differential coefficients as well as dependent variable are going to be 1, first condition is satisfied. Second condition, there is no inter cross products, like differential coefficient and dependent variable are not being multiplied each other. Second condition are also going to be satisfied here, right? And in this equation we don't have any transcendental equations like log of y, e power y, sin y, cos y, tan y. Such type of things are also not being existed, right? So the given system equations, it satisfies all the conditions of the linear equation, as well as its order is what? Order in the sense power of highest derivative, right? So the highest derivative is what? 4, right? So the given answer is, the correct answer is linear as well as fourth order. So we should pick option A as your correct answer. Yeah, many of you guys had posted your answer, right? Fine. Let's moving on to the next one. The question is for the differential equation, right? For the differential equation, let me rub this one first. Write down the question for the differential equation. For the differential equation, question is for the differential equation. For the differential equation, dy, right? dy upon dt plus 5 times of y equal to 0. dy upon dt plus 5 times of y equal to 0 with the y of 0 equal to 1. With y of 0 equal to 1. The general solution is, the question is the general solution, right? The general solution is dash. The general solution is dash. Option A, they said e power 5 times of t. Option B, they said e power minus 5 times of t. Option C, they said 5 into e power minus 5 times of t. In option D, they said e power minus 5 times of t, right, under root. That's all. That is what they had given in these 4 options, right? Now let's try and figure out the answer, right? The thing is, we all know, right? Some of you might find the answer. Please post your answer if you find, right? Do it by yourself at past, right? Let's see. There are many methods in order to bring out the answer for the given equation. Anyway, you should try it by, in case of differential equation, for the first order equations, we saw first we can also go ahead with the variable separable method. The method number 1 is we can follow variable separable method. We should go ahead with the variable separable method. Now in variable separable method, what we need to do, we should segregate y terms and t terms separately. Given it is dy by dt plus 5y equal to 0. இப்போ இந்த 5y நீங்க right side pass பண்ணீங்கன்னா it will become minus 5 times of y. Now this equation in the next step we can write like this, dy upon y equal to minus 5 into dt. And then in the next step further, just to take the integration on both sides such that it is become indefinite integral of dy upon y. Similarly in the RHS, minus 5 is a constant, you can take it out, and while taking integral we should consider a constant. It might be c or k, whichever the things that you want, you can just consider. Like in the next step, integral of dy by dy, dy upon y will become simply, it can be written as ln y equal to minus 5 times of integral of dt will become t plus arbitrary constant k. Right now I just want to know the value of y. For that I'm just raising the exponential on both sides such that it is become e power ln y equal to, in the right side it will become e power minus 5 times of t plus k. Exactly, that is true. Next we can break this statement like this. It can be written as e power 5 times of t dot e power k. You can write like this exactly, and e power ln y will become equal to y. So I got y is equal to e power k dot e power minus 5 times of t. I said e power k also a constant, so you can remove it by a constant c. Just you can treat, because e power c also a constant, that constant also can be rewritten as, we can treat this one as the another constant c. Right now anyway this is going to be the final solution, but with this they had given some conditions. What is the condition that they were given? If you observe the question carefully, they said y of 0 equal to 1. What do they mean? The thing is, at t equal to 0, right? At t equal to 0, y equal to 1. That is the meaning of that one, right? So let us figure out. Value of y is said to be 1, right? C into e power minus 5 into, when your t will become 0, such that what is it? C into e power 0 will become 1, which is equal to 1. So the conclusion is c equal to 1. So if I substitute, your solution, y is equal to e power minus 5 into t. That is going to be the correct answer. Exactly, that is the correct answer. So what is the correct answer? E power minus 5t is the correct answer, right? Yes. Now this is variable separable method. Yes, I know many of you guys are getting the answer, right? You can also try it with the help of what? Linear differential equation model, right? So it is also looking like linear differential equation. Let's try. Guys, we know obtaining the answer is not a matter. I would like to register the methods into your brain. That's what I want, right? That's why today also I am planning to solve the problems, because mathematics is the easy subject, right? If you fail to solve the problems, then there are no things, right? If you are repeatedly solving the problems, definitely out of 20 you can get 20, right? I'm damn sure, right? I'm giving 100% assurity for that, but it solves depends on the effort that you are putting on it, right? You don't need to study anything, just should try to solve as many problems as possible, right? That's enough. Let's figure out, let us figure out the next one, right? Next model. The second method, we can also solve this with the help of linear differential equation. Yes, in the linear differential equation model, what we saw, in that model, the standard equation representation is, the standard representation of the equation is dy by dx, yes, plus p into y equal to what I had been told you just we are considering, that is going to be the linear differential equation. Instead of considering x, we are going to consider t now, because our equation were written in terms of t. I was just following the given statement, right? Now let's go ahead. So next step, right? So from this, for this solution, its solution is integral function into y equal to integral factor we should consider into factor q, that is q, with respect to dt now, because here my independent variable is dt, not dx. Plus we should consider the arbitrary constant, either c or k, it's up to you. Just you can consider whichever the things that you want, right? Fine. So with this, if I'll continue our journey with this, step number 1, we should find out the integral factor. Integral factor formula is e power integral of p into dx. We know that one, right? If I just apply it, e power, that is integral of, what is the value of p here? I'm just comparing these two, dy by dt plus p into y. So p equal to 5. So from this I can say p is equal to 5. Whereas out, that is where we have q is equal to what? 0. So the conclusion is what? E power, this is 5 with respect to dt actually, not x. Sorry. Because here your independent variable is t, right? So the conclusion is, which is equal to e power 5 into t, right? Let's substitute this value into the expression in the resultant. What you are going to get, integral factor is going to be equal to e power 5 times of t dot y equal to integral of integral factor is e power 5 times of t, but luckily we got q is 0. Q is 0 because our solution will become simple now, plus arbitrary constant k. In the next step, this total term is going to be 0. We don't need to do anything, right? So directly I can write e power 5 into t into y is equal to k, or I can write y is equal to k into e power minus 5 times of t. What is the next step? Anyway, we got the final answer, but anyway, this is going to be a solution. But they are given some clue at t equal to 0, y is equal to 1. If I substitute that value, then it is clearly denotes that the value of k is going to be 1. So we can say y is equal to e power minus 5 into t. So our answer is correct, right? So our answer is, that is option B. You can also try and figure out this answer with the help of higher order differential equation method, right? Since in the given function on the RHS side we don't have any signal. So in higher order differential equation method we have two solutions. One is called a complementary function and another one is called a particular integration. And now I am just raising the question against of you. Do you have particular integration for this given function? No. Why? Because on the RHS we have not applied any signal. So for this given function we never get particular integration. We will get only what? Transient part, or we can say complementary function, right? And we also know how to obtain the complementary function for the given system. That's very simple. Instead of doing this many steps, in one step we can bring out the answer in that model, right? So let's try and figure out the answer in the method number 3. We can also solve this equation in method number 3, right? So let us see how to bring the answer in method number 3. In method 3, what is the method? Higher order differential equation. We can go ahead with the higher order differential equation, right? In that model, since the particular integration for this function won't exist, that will be 0, only complementary function will exist. In complementary function, we should write the characteristic equation for the system. So how we are writing the characteristic equation? Dy by dt simply replaced by d plus 5. We can just take y outside such that d plus y equal to 0. From this, I can say characteristic equation d plus 5 is equal to 0, or I can say d is equal to minus 5. I got a single variable, right? For this distinct variable, the solution of the function is can be written as y of t, right? Because independent variable is t, dependent variable is y. So y of t should be equal to a into e power minus 5 into t. That is how we are writing the direct solution, right? We know how to write the complementary function from this route. And then again use the initial condition that is given. If you find the initial condition, a will become 1 such that I can say y of t will become equal to the value of e power minus t with the given condition. So the correct answer is what? Option B, right? So there are many methods, right? But the thing is what? Whichever the method that is sparking your mind, right, while solving the problems, just go ahead, you will get the answer. Don't think whether which method is applicable for this one. Your mind will automatically choose that one, because by practice you will come to know. You are not supposed to memorize, if I find any equation like this, then I have to go ahead with this method. Don't do block things, right? Automatically by practice, just by looking at the question itself, your mind will create that spark and automatically you started solving the question, right? Fine. Let's go ahead with the next question. The next one is wait, I will write the question. The question is solve for y. That is solution of y. They are asking, just you are requested to find out the solution of y only. I'm just writing the question, right? Stories does not required for us. They said d square y upon dt square, just they said d square y upon dt square plus 2 into dy upon dt plus 2 into dy upon dt plus y equal to 0. That is what they told. And the second thing is they are given some conditions with this. Y of 0 equal to 1, I think, yeah. And y dash of 0 equal to what they said, minus 2. That is what they are given. Right now they are given 4 options, right? The options are option A, 1 minus t into e power minus t, right? Option B, they said 1 plus t into e power t, 1 plus t into e power plus t, right? Option C, they said 1 plus t into e power minus t, 1 plus t into e power minus t, right? In option D, they said 1 minus t into e power t, 1 minus t into e power plus t. Clear? So totally we have 4 options, right? Let's try and figure out the answer for this one, right? The answer for the question is, listen, again this is going to be the differential equation. That is higher order differential equation. We know the method. There is only one method. Directly we can figure out, right? I'm just raising the question. Do you have particular integration? No. Why? Because we have not applied any signal. So I can write for the given system, particular integration won't be exist. We'll have only complementary function. So the net solution for the function, we can write y of t, where t is the independent variable, y is the dependent variable. So the function can be written as y of t equal to, we will have only complementary function. Particular integration will going to be 0. Now our target is we have to obtain complementary function. Let's try and bring out the answer. Complementary function in our room. In order to obtain the complementary function, first we should write the characteristic equation for the system. How will you write the characteristic equation? Characteristic equation can be written as d square by dt square can be written as d square plus 2 into dy by dt can be written as d plus 1 into the common variable is y. We can just equal it to 0. From this, if I'll solve this equation, I think we can break them directly. Let me try. That is 1. 1 into 1 will give you 1. 1 plus 1 will give you 2, such that I am getting repeated root. So it can be written as d plus 1 into d plus 1 equal to 0. Yes, we are getting repeated roots, right? And we know how to bring the solution when we have repeated roots, right? So let's try and figure out the answer for this one. Already we told you, right? So I had given the solution for this one. If we have repeated roots, we have two roots, d is equal to -1 and -1. If we have repeated roots, then the solution for the function can be written as y of t is equal to a plus t times of b into e power minus t. Is there any mistake in my solution? No. In the power of exponential, I should keep the eigenvalue, whereas we should raise the order. First we should consider t power 0 and then t power 1. Clear? Yes, that is the correct solution when we have repeated eigenvalues. Exactly. Now our target is, with the help of the given initial conditions, we should estimate the value of a and b. Let's try and figure out the value of a and b with the given condition, right? So let me rub this one. Yeah, now what we are going to do, the thing is what they said, y of 0 equal to 1. Y of 0 in the sense y is going to be 1. Let's write the answer directly. Y is going to be 1 at t equal to 0. That is the meaning of this one. Y is 1 at t equal to 0. So a plus t is going to be 0 in the sense that term will be completely 0 into e power 0 will become 1. So what is the conclusion? A equal to 1. That is the first value that we are getting from the given statement. Now y dash of 0 equal to -2. What do they mean? Listen guys, y dash of 0 in the sense it can be rewritten as dy upon dt at t equal to 0. That is the meaning of y dash of 0. So we should obtain the value of y dash of t first. For that, if you want to know the value of y dash of 0, you have to obtain the value of dy of t with respect to dt. Just if I will take differentiation for this function, a into e power minus t will become minus a into e power minus t, and then we should do the same thing for the second person, right? But in the second case, what we have for the second person, we have t into e power minus t into b. What we have to do? See, we have two variables, right? If you have two variables, then in order to differentiate that person, right? In the second case, I have b into, right? Two people are there. You should go ahead with the uv. What is the formula? U dash v plus v dash u. That is the formula. Yes. If I differentiate t, then it is become e power minus t. Second case, just to keep t itself, e power minus t differentiate plane, it become t into e power minus t. So the complete differentiation will become e power minus t minus t into e power minus t. Let's try and figure out. Anyway, the answer is what they said. dy of 0, y dash of 0 at t equal to 0, y dash of 0 will become minus t. That is, the question is dy of 0 by dt should be equal to -2 at t equal to 0. T 0 putting once again you are getting minus a plus b into e power 0 will become 1 only, there is no doubt. But here if I will put t equal to 0, then this total term is going to be 0. That is what I am getting. Finally, b can be written as -2 plus a. Already we got the answer for a is 1. If I substitute that value here, since the value of a equal to 1, -2 plus 1 should be equal to -1. So we got the answer for b also. Once we got the answer for a and b, let's substitute these two values here to write the final answer, right? So the final answer is going to be, right? I know many of you guys had got the answer, right? Yeah, I'm feeling happy. So a is 1, b is -1. So 1 minus t into e power minus t, which is the correct answer, option A. Clear? I hope things are clear to you all. Let's figure out the next question, right? So the next one is just a question you should faster run pananum, right? Then only you will get first mark, right? Just aim for merit list, right? Don't think that we need to get the job. everyone will get the job, right? Yeah, the next question is they are given some differential equation, so let me figure out. Let's write the equation first. Yeah, let's try and bring out the answer. The question is the differential equation of the function. They said, right, y double dash plus x cube into sin x whole power 5, x cube into sin x whole power 5 and into y dash, okay, plus next they said y equal to cos x cube. Question இப்படி தான் கொடுப்பாங்க, உங்களை பயமுறுத்தணும்ல, solution பெருசா இருக்காது, but question just our target is we should create the fear, right? That's all. Then only you will skip the question. Homogeneous, right? First they said that is, one second, yeah, first question is that is first option is homogeneous. Option B they said non-linear. Option B they said non-linear. Option C they said second order linear. That is second order linear. That is second order linear. Then in option D they said, right, in option D they said non-homogeneous with the constant coefficients. Non-homogeneous with the constant coefficient, with the constant coefficients, right, with the constant coefficients. Can you please figure out the answer for this one? Can anyone? Option B, someone said option B, Meenakshi ma'am, right? What about others? Can you please post the answer? What is this? Y double dash meaning enanga? Let's illustrate this one. Either y double dash abdina we can write like this, d square y upon dx square. Okay, fine. Second, y dash abdina dy by dx. With this they are considering some coefficients, sorry, some values, right? Independent variables, x into sin x whole power 5 into dy by dx. Okay, so what? Plus next they are considering y is equal to cos x cube. First tell me, is it homogeneous equation? No, the given equation is not a homogeneous equation, right? And second thing is it linear or non-linear given function, right? How many of you posting your answer, right? Someone said option B, right? Is it linear or non-linear? Guys, I'm just raising the question against of you. Just to tell me, is it linear or non-linear? I'm just asking you, right? Is it linear or non-linear? How many of you posting your answer? Nobody, huh? See, first of all, we have seen many conditions in order to check whether the given function is linear or non-linear, right? In order to let the system to become the linear one, right, degree of the differential coefficients should be 1. First condition, degree of the differential coefficient and dependent variable. Degree of the differential coefficient as well as the dependent variable should become 1. Condition number 1 is satisfied for a linear equation. Second condition is, right, there is no cross product between them, like y into dy by dx or dy by dx into d square y by dx square. Such type of cross products are not, right, that is restricted in case of linear system. And condition number 3 is, right, you are not supposed to keep any transcendental form of dependent variables, right? Different variable abdina in the y ku badala you are not supposed to keep like ln y or e power y, e power cos y, such type of things are, that is sin y, such type of things are not allowable, right? So that is called transcendental terms, right? So if there is அந்த மாதிரி எந்த ஒரு term இல்ல அப்படினா this given system will become the linear system. Of course that will become the linear system. Do I make any mistakes here? No, my statement is correct, right? What about the order of the system? Can anyone please tell me? Order of the system will become, see there, order of the differential equation. Order denotes the highest derivative of the system. What is the highest derivative? 2, right? So system is linear and its order is second order. System is linear and order of the system is second order only, right? Any mistakes in my conclusion? No, right? So the correct answer is what? Second order and a linear system. Did anyone post it? Posted the answer? Yes, many of you guys had posted. That is option C. See, rest of options you don't need to look at. It is not non-linear, first of all. It is not homogeneous. And it is not non-homogeneous with the constant coefficients. Abdina, why they are giving this statement? எதுக்காக கொடுத்திருக்காங்கன்னா இந்த சிஸ்டம் வந்து நான்-லீனியரா இருந்து இந்த சிஸ்டம் வந்து நான்-லீனியரா இருந்து நான்-homogeneous-ஆ இருந்து just அது கூட வந்து coefficients மட்டும் exist ஆயிருக்கணும். It is not like that blah blah stories. Given system is a perfect linear system with order 2. Then why are you looking for the rest of things? Just to pick the answer. Let us raise the question against of the next one. The next question is the solution for the differential equation, right? Easy question, you have to try by yourself, right? Let me rub these things. Let's figure out the answer. Solution for the differential equation, that's all. Question is y double, that is double derivative of y plus 3 into single derivative of y plus 2y equal to 0. That's all. Can you please try it by yourself? They are given many blob things, that is options la kuduthirukanga. Anyway, for our satisfaction, let me write the answer, right? C1 into e power x, C2 into e power 2x. Option B, C1 into e power minus x plus C2 into e power 3x. Option C, they said C1 into e power minus x plus C2 into e power minus 2x. In option D, they said C1 into e power minus 2x plus C2 into e power 2 power minus x. That is wrong actually, we know, right? Just they are writing like this. Fine. Anyone, can you please figure out? Don't wait for the answers at all. First of all, the system இப்போ நம்ம டைரக்டா ஆன்சர் பண்ணோம். என்ன வரும் கவனிங்க, இங்க 3 இருக்கு, இங்க 2 இருக்கு. இதுக்கு பர்టిక్యులர் இன்டகிரேஷன் வராது, only complementary function மட்டும் தான் வரும். அப்ப நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம், டைரக்டா 1 into 2 will give you 2, 1 plus 3 1 plus 2 will give you 3. 1 into 2 will give you 2, 1 plus 2 will give you 3. So its correspondent roots are 1 comma 2, right? D plus 1 D plus 2, its correspondent roots are minus 1 minus 2, right? இப்போ minus 1 minus 2 option C is the answer. Mind work பண்ணனும், right? You should let your brain to work, right? Anyway, let's figure out the answer, right? We should find out the complementary function. Particular integration won't exist. Why? Because at the RHS we don't have any value. Signal is 0. If you write the characteristic equation, d square plus 3 times of d plus d equal to 0. Let us figure out, that is 2d, sorry. Now, product should be 2, addition should be 3. So 1 plus 2 will give you the correct relation. Yeah, 1 plus 2 will give you the correct relation such that we can say d plus 1 into d plus 2 should be equal to 0, or I can say d is equal to minus 1 and minus 2. There are two roots. Yes, its corresponding solution are a into e power minus x plus b into e power minus 2x. Instead of considering arbitrary constant ab, they are considering c1 and c2, right? That's a solution is over, right? Next, let's try and figure out the next question, right? That is easy question. Anyway, next question is, if at every point of a certain curve, right? Please write down, if at every point of a certain curve, if at every point, right, of a certain curve, right? Certain curve, let's first write down the question. If at every point, if at every point of a certain, if at every point of a certain, that is certain curve, right? Every point of a certain curve, the slope of the tangent equals the slope of, right? The slope of the tangent, right? The slope of the tangent equals, right? The slope of the tangent equals, right? The slope of the tangent equals minus 2x upon y, right? Minus 2x upon y. The curve is, right? The curve is, the slope of the tangent equals minus 2x by y. The curve is, right? The curve is, option A, they said a straight line. This curve is a straight line. The curve is a straight line, right? Option B, right? Option B, they said a parabola. Option C, they said a circle. a circle. Option D, they said an ellipse, right? They said an ellipse, right? An ellipse. Yes. Guys, listen, first of all, before looking for the solution, this type of equations, in the mari vandichu appadina, I am just requesting all, please should try to understand the properties of, right? Neenga yaar yara pathi padikkiringa appadina, just should try to know the equation of straight line, right? Basic things, right? You would have studied these things in the 12th standard mathematics book, chapter 4. Fourth chapter, still I remember, right? Maxல fourth chapter 12th standard books எடுத்துக்கிட்டு just ஃபுல்லாலாம் படிக்காதீங்க. அதில் ஈக்குவேஷன்ஸ் நம்ம படிச்சிருப்போம் இல்லையா? யார் இருக்கா? ஸ்ட்ரைட் லைன், especially you can see the equations for parabola, and then you can see the equation for parabola, next hyperbola, right? That is just to see the equations for parabola and hyperbola, rectangular functions, right? Everything will be available there, and ellipse, right? And you know the equation for circle, right? Just revise these things once, it will be helpful to you. Just to remember the equations, right? For straight line namak theriyum. Anyway, இது அவ்வளோ பெரிய விஷயம் கிடையாது. I don't want to let you in trouble. We can directly write y is equal to mx plus c. That is the straight line equation, right? We all know that one, right? For parabola, there are four possibilities. Let me write here, right? For parabola, we know there are four possibilities. Enna possibilities irukka? We can write y square is equal to 4ax and y square is equal to minus 4ax. Similarly, x square is equal to 4ay and x square is equal to minus 4ay, right? Already you would have studied these things, right? So there are four type of parabola curves are there. Similarly, when we are looking for ellipse and hyperbola, let me figure it out, right? Wait a minute. Once again, let me derive this one, right? For ellipse and hyperbola, I will write the answer now. First, for circle, I will complete. For circle, what will you get? Your equation will become x square plus y square equal to a square or r square. That is the equation of circle, right? Now, after completing the solution for this one, I will write the equation for ellipse and hyperbola such that it will be registered into your mind, because we will see, right? I am thinking that I am getting something in my mind for this equation. Anyway, I don't want to write the answer directly. First, we should try and then we will bring the equation. Then only it will be registered. Fine. Let's try. Anyway, what is the given? If at every point, right, a certain curve, the slope of the tangent, abdina meaning it denotes slope of the tangent in the sense slope dy by dx, right? So given it is slope of the tangent dy by dx should be equal to minus 2x upon y. That is the given slope of the tangent, right? Then the curve is what? Just apply the method in order to get the equation. It is in the form of differential, right? Or equation oda curve இருந்து என்ன பண்ணிருக்காங்கன்னா ஸ்லோப் மட்டும் எடுத்துருக்காங்க. இப்போ அந்த ஸ்லோப்ல இருந்து திரும்ப நீங்க அந்த curve வந்து ரீகெயின் பண்ணணும், ரைட்? எப்படி ரீகெயின் பண்ணுவீங்க? You can go ahead with the differential equation, right? So the thing is, shall we proceed with the variable separable method? Why not? We can figure it out. Just let me pass this one to the left side. It will become y into dy equal to, pass this dx to the right side, it will become minus 2x into dx, and then in the next step just to take the integration on both sides, so it will become minus 2 is constant, so it will become x into dx. Anyway, with this we should consider a constant. Exactly correct. If I'll do the integration, I think here I made a mistake, right? Yes, y into dy will become, it will give you y square upon 2, exactly correct, minus 2 into x into dx will become x square upon 2, and we should consider the constant. Anyway, this 2 getting cancelled. If I'll bring this x square by 2 to the left hand side, it will become y square upon 2 yes plus x square, that's all, right? Equal to k, right? Can anyone tell me the answer? What type of curve it is? இது என்னதுங்க? யாராச்சும் ஆன்சர் பண்ணுங்க பாப்போம். What is this? Anyway, this is not straight line, because for a straight line it is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. I did not get any type of solution like that, so this is not straight line, right? And it is not parabola, because for the parabola we saw four options. we saw 4 possibilities. எந்த பாசிபிலிட்டியுமே இங்க வரல. And it is also not equal to circle, because what, in case of circle the equation is x square by 1 we are getting, y square by 1 only we are going to get, you are going to get a square. That is the circle equation. You are not supposed to keep any coefficient with a circle, right? So here you are supposed to keep 1 only, right? So this is the representation of a circle equation. So given it is, I am not getting like that, so this is not also equal to circle. So the one and only possibility for this equation is, the correct answer is ellipse only, right? So this is the representation of ellipse, right? So let me rub this one, let me write the answer for someone told circle, that is wrong, right? Okay, no problem, but we should understand the properties. That's what I'm telling. Please recapture once, right? Anyway, you don't need to go there because you may waste your time. I'm writing the answer directly by myself. So it is going to be, it can be written as, guys listen, so that is going to be x square upon a constant a plus y square upon a constant b equal to, we are going to consider a constant k, that is the general representation of an ellipse curve. Similarly, if you are looking for hyperbola, x square a minus y square by b equal to k, that is for hyperbola. Clear? So anyway, the correct answer for our function is what? See, you don't need to memorize these things, just to recapture your notes once, right? That is plus 2 இருக்க notes எடுத்து ஒரு time அப்படியே recapture பண்ணீங்கன்னா you'll get the answer. Clear? Anyway, for our, okay, I don't want to rub this one. Answer is what? Ellipse. Just we can keep your answer. Drop your answer here. Did anyone post? No. Yes, only one. Someone posted answer already, right? Yeah, the answer is D only. You are correct. Next, okay, let me write the next question. Okay, the given it is, the particular solution for the differential equation is what? Question is only particular solution, particular integration மட்டும் தான் கேட்டிருக்காங்க. That is what I had been told you. நீங்க இது வரைக்கும் சால்வ் பண்ண ப்ராப்ளத்துல ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு ப்ராப்ளத்துல particular integration plus complementary function ரெண்டு சேர்ந்து கேட்டிருந்தாங்களா? Time is very important, right? அப்படியே கேட்டாலும் ரொம்ப சின்ன கொஸ்டினா தான் கொடுத்திருப்பாங்க, right? Fine. Anyway, let's continue. D square y upon dx square plus 3 into dy by dx, 3 into dy by dx plus 2y equal to 5 into cos x. 5 into cos x is dash. Particular integration, only particular integration, right? So let's write down the options first. In option A, they said 0.5 into cos x, okay, plus 1.5 times of sin x, exactly. And then in option B, they said 1.5 into cos x, okay, plus 0.5 into sin x, 0.5 into sin x, right? In option C, they said 1.5 times of sin x, 1.5 times of sin x. In option D, right, option D, they said 0.5 times of cos x, 0.5 times of cos x, right? Shall we proceed now? Did they given any initial condition? No, nothing they are given, just we have to proceed பண்ணலாமா? Anyway, particular integration. In order to obtain the particular integration, the solution is, we should consider RHS upon f of d. That is the first step we should figure out. Yes, RHS, that is given as 5 into cos x. In the denominator, f of d, that is characteristic equation of the system, that is d square plus 3 times of d plus 2. That is the characteristic equation. Now we all know, whenever we have cos x or sin x in the numerator, then the procedure is what? D square will become what? It should be equal to minus a square. Exactly, that is true, right? Now, since the value of a is what? Cos x, in the sense cos 1 into x. So here d square value is 1 square, so that is minus 1, such that you are going to get 5 times of cos x upon, it is going to be what? D square will be replaced by minus 1, so minus 1 plus 3 times of d plus 2, such that this step again it can be written as 5 times of cos x upon 3 times of d minus 2 plus 2 minus 1 will become 3d plus 1. But what's wrong with our equation? The conclusion is, I only told you this type of things are not acceptable here. We should, what I had been told you, numerator la cos x வந்திருக்கும் போது, right, d square only will be replaced by minus a square. You cannot touch d terms. இப்போ d terms வந்தது அப்படின்னா என்ன சொன்னேன்? Whenever in the denominator, if you find any d terms, right, with the cos x, what I have been told you, just to take the conjugate, right? If I take the conjugate for this function, just we can consider 3d minus 1 or 1 minus 3d. It's your wish. 3d minus 1. Just if I'll take conjugate for this, then what I'm going to get, if I'll take conjugate, then it should be equal to, right, numerator என்ன வரும் 3d minus 1 into 5 into cos x, okay, whereas in the denominator you are going to get a plus b into a minus b such that it is become a square minus b square, right? So b square means 1 square, right? So what you are going to get, so let me rub these things, right? Let's derive the answer. Guys, please try it by yourself, do it fast, right? Trap it, right? It is the right time to increase your speed, right? Boost your scale, should try to increase your speed, right? Fine. What is the answer now? So it is going to be, in the numerator I got 3d minus 1 into 5 into cos x, whereas in the denominator what we got, we are going to get 9 times of d square minus 1. Now we can substitute. We know d square can be replaced by minus a square. Since the value of a is 1, so that is minus 1. If I'll replace, then it is become 3 times of d minus 1 into 5 into cos x exactly, whereas in the denominator if I'll replace d square by minus 1, it will become minus 9. Minus 9 minus 1 will become minus 10. So I got the answer. Now if I'll reduce, see that there are 2 times of 5, it will become 2. So minus 1 by 2, right? Yes, let's figure out the answer. So let us rub these things, right? Let us try to bring the answer. So in the final step, right, what will be the answer? The answer is going to be, let's figure out. I got minus 1 by 2, just this 1 by 2, I'm keeping it out. 5 will cancel out, right, in bracket. Guys, listen, if I'll open up the bracket, it can be written as 3d cos x, exactly, that is correct, minus 1 into cos x will become cos x only. Let's try. What is the next step? Minus 1 upon 2 in bracket 3 into d cos x na meaning enna? Actually d can be replaced by d by dx. Yes or no? Yes. So cos x should be differentiated once. Differentiation of cos x equal to minus sin x. So it will be minus 3 sin x into minus cos x, such that if I'll pass the minus inside, வெளியில இருக்க minus உள்ள பாஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா உள்ள என்ன ஆகும்? உள்ள ஆல்ரெடி minus இருக்கா? எல்லாமே என்ன ஆயிடும்? plus ஆயிடும், right? So minus minus will become plus. இப்போ இந்த 2 உள்ள பாஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா 3 by 2 will become 1.5. So 1.5 times of sin x, we got 1.5 times of sin x plus 1 by 2 into cos x will become 0.5 times of cos x. 0.5 times of cos x, right? So the correct answer is 1.5 times of sin x plus 0.5 times of cos x. Do you have any option like that? 1.5 times of sin x plus 0.5 times of cos x. So the correct answer is option A, right? I think many of you guys, no one had posted what's wrong with you all? Yes, many of you posted okay, I did not notice. Option A is the correct answer. Yes. Okay, let's figure out the next question. Yeah, next is same model only. From differential equation there are no big things, right? You can easily figure out the answers. Same question, same model. I don't want to repeat the same model. Yes, let's figure out the next one, right? So let me rub this one. Yeah, again the question is, solution for the differential equation is what? Solution for the differential equation is what? Yeah, solution for the differential equation. Solution for the differential equation, right? Anyway, the given equation is dy upon dx, right? Dy upon dx plus 2xy equal to e power minus x square. E power minus x square, whereas given it is y of 0 equal to 1. Y of 0 equal to 1, right? So shall we figure out the answer? Yes. See there, it is equal to what? Anyway, you might be wonder, sir, right side la e power minus x square irukka. So what? This is easy question. Why? Because it is looking like linear differential equation. This is, since it is lower order. Lower order lo vanditale first should try to figure out the answer with the help of what? Already we saw 4 methods, right? So linear differential equation. It is in the form of linear differential equation. What is the answer? In the linear differential equation, that can be written as dy by dx plus the standard format is py is equal to q. That is the standard form. If I'll just to do the comparison, then here it clearly denotes p is equal to 2x and q is equal to e power minus x square. Yes, that is correct, right? So let's try and figure out the answer. The solution is integral factor we should consider y equal to integral of we should consider integral factor into q into dx plus k or c is going to be the solution for this one, right? So let's try and figure out the answer. If I will go ahead with this, we should know the value of integral factor, that is e power integral of p into dx, such that it is become e power integral of value of p is what, 2x with respect to dx, and it is going to be e power x square by 2. It is going to be but already we have one more 2 now, that 2 getting cancelled first of all, right? That is e power x square by 2. Already we have one more 2 getting cancelled out, such that its answer is going to be, if I will go ahead with this integral factor, what I got, இது அப்படியே எடுத்து போய் இங்க சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணுங்க, it will become e power x square dot y equal to integral of integral factor is e power x square, q is equal to e power minus x square with respect to dx plus arbitrary constant k. In the next step, see there, if I will group them together, e power x square dot e power minus x square will become e power 0, that will be 1. So integral of dx plus k only we are going to get. Integral of dx will become x plus k, right? Equal to, I have e power x power 2 into y. Finally, y is equal to, if I will pass the e power x square to the right side, it will become x plus k into e power minus x square. Exactly, that is correct. In the next step, anyway, that is the solution, right? But they are given some key in order to find out the arbitrary constant value. What they had been told you, at x equal to 0, y is equal to 1. That is the given, right? So the value of y equal to 1 at x equal to 0. X is 0 podanga, it will become k, right? E power 0 will become 1. 0 plus k will become k. The value of k will become 1, such that x plus 1 into e power minus x square is going to be the correct answer. Yes, they are given the options. I don't want to write the options at all. We got the answer now, just we will leave this one, right? No, repeated models only, there are no new things. Let's try different complex variables. I think I took some questions. Let's try and figure out the complex variables. Yeah, in complex variables, these things already we had been observed. There also again circle only. Okay, let's try and figure out the answer for circle question. There is one question different. Wow, this one. Okay, let me write the question. Let's rub this one. Yeah, the next one is the answer for the next question is, okay, wait a minute, let me rub this one first. Okay, now the question is for the function, right? For the function, right? For the function sin z upon z power 3, for the function sin z upon z power 3 of a complex variable z, of a complex variable z, of a complex variable, right? Of a complex variable z, of a complex variable z, the point z equal to 0 is, right? The point z equal to 0 is, they are given 4 options for that. Option A pole of order 3, right? Let me write down the option here. A pole, right? And the z equal to 0 is a pole of order 3. It is a pole of order 3. Option B, it is a pole, right, of order 2. It is a pole of order 2. Option C, it is a pole, right, of let me figure it out. It's a pole of order 1, right? They said it's a pole of order 1. Option D, they said non-singularity. It is not a, அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு போலே கிடையாது. It is not a singularity, right? இது ஒரு singularity கிடையாது. It means it is not a pole. It means like that, right? Fine. Can anyone should figure out the answer for this one? Let's try, right? Can you please post your answer? Did anyone? No one. Please try, right? I'm just expecting the answer from your side, right? What is the answer, guys? Can you please tell me the answer? Nobody, huh? Okay, let's try. Listen, suddenly in the question பார்த்தோன்னே உங்க எல்லாருக்கும் மைண்ட்ல என்ன வந்திருக்குன்னா, sir, in the denominator we have a pole with the order of 3. So the correct answer is option A. Correct? No. Let me tell you, this is wrong. Why? தெரியலையே. Let's see. Numerator யாரோ ஒரு person கொடுத்திருக்காங்களே sin z. There is a trick, right? Let's extend. Let's apply the Taylor expansion of sin z. What is the Taylor expansion of sin z? It can be written as z minus z cube upon 3 factorial. Yes, plus z power 5 upon 5 factorial. Yes, minus z power 7 upon 7 factorial plus and so on. Do you all agree with me? Yes. Now let's write. Then sin z upon z power 3 should be equal to what? It should be equal to z upon z cube minus z cube upon z cube into 3 factorial. Yes, plus z power 5 upon z power 3 into 5 factorial minus z power 7 upon z power 3 into 7 factorial and so on. If you notice this equation carefully, one z is getting cancelled. Here you will get 1 upon z power 2 minus z power 3, z power 3 is getting cancelled. You are going to get only 1 by 3 factorial plus 1 z power 3 is getting cancelled. You are going to get z power 2 upon only 5 factorial. And then if I will cancel, it will give you z power 4 minus, that is z power 4 upon, it is going to be only 7 factorial and so on. This series is being continuous, right, such that you are going to get sin z upon z power 3, right? Yes, that is going to be sin z upon z power 3. Sorry for the interruption. Fine guys, just note down this series carefully. Wait a minute, I just came out. Yeah, I think, is it going good? Yes, class is going good. Fine. இப்போ சொல்லுங்க answer. Can you please post your answer now? Drop your answer. Many of you said answer 2. Yes, that is correct. இப்போ இதை கவனிங்க. What do we mean by pole? Pole in the sense denominator of the transfer function is going to be the pole, right? If you notice this series carefully, only in the first case, in the denominator we are going to get z power 2. Do you have any poles apart from that? No. In the numerator we have zeros. If I'll find any points in the numerator, they are called zeros, right? So the conclusion is we have only one set of pole or one pair of pole, that is z power 2. So this given series or this given function will have a set of pole of order 2. It's have a pole, right? It is having a pole at that is with order 2. So the correct answer is what? The correct answer is option B, right? It is a pole of order 2. So while giving any functions, should try to keep, I had given some Taylor series expansion, right? They are standard. Should try to keep it with you, because in your examinations at the most of the time you will be tested for some worthless questions with a 2 mark. We all know that it's not worth for 2 mark, but if you don't remember, then that will be worth for 5 mark, na? So you should remember the properties, right? That is some of the Taylor series expansion, like sin x, cos x, e power minus x, 1 plus x whole inverse, 1 minus x whole inverse, 1 plus x whole power 2, 1 minus x whole power 2. That things I had given already, right? Let's figure out the next question, right? So let me rub this one. The next question is, if the semicircular contour D, right? The given it is, if the semicircular contour D. So first let me rub this one. Yeah. See, the given it is, if the semicircular contour D of radius 2 is shown in the figure, right? If the semicircular, right? Semicircular contour D of radius 2, right? D of radius 2 is as shown in the figure, then the value of the integral as shown in the figure, then the value of the integral, then the value of the integral, right? Then the value of the integral. That is the question, right? Anyway, given it is integral of, right, that is D under 1 upon s power 2 minus 1, that is what they given with respect to ds is dash, right? Under the given it is, right? The given it is, they are given a semicircle, right? It will be like this, right? And just they are going from this, they are calling it as minus I2, and this one they are calling it as plus I1, sorry, plus I2, and at this point they are putting, that is 2, right? That is the given semi contour. And they had given 4 options. Option A, they said that is I into pi. Option B, they said minus I into pi. Option C, they said minus pi. Option D, they said plus pi. Can you please figure out the answer? Yes. How will you figure out? Guys, listen. Actually, usually நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னா கொஸ்டின்ல இந்த மாதிரி ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ் கொடுக்கும்போது they will give the region of convergence. ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டா கொடுப்பாங்க, நம்ம region of convergence வரையணும். இங்க இந்த கொஸ்டினோட அட்வான்டேஜ் என்னன்னா அவங்களே ROC வரைஞ்சிட்டாங்க, ரைட்? See the region of convergence. They said semicircle. Semicircle, they are just creating this one, right? This is going to be the region of convergence. Clear? And its radius is 2. அப்படின்னா மீனிங் என்ன? You can replace this I2 by minus 2i and we can replace this one by plus 2i because we know radius is given na. So this point is going to be 2, right? Radius na எல்லா பாயிண்ட்லயுமே 2 தான் வரணும். Yes, that is correct. Now let's figure out. Given poles இங்க என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? s square minus 1 அப்படினா the s square minus 1 equal to 0 such that s square equal to plus 1 or I can say s equal to plus or minus 1. So we got two poles here. One pole will be placed at s equal to plus 1. Another one pole will be placed at s equal to minus 1. Exactly. Now see there, poles are not strictly allowed inside of the region of convergence. Then only your given function will become an analytic function. So in order to satisfy the condition, since there is a pole, that pole lies inside of the origin of the, that is inside the region of convergence. So what we have to do, just I said, right, we have to remove that pole. Multiply your answer by 2 pi I, take the whole function. S square minus 1 நம்ம எப்படி எழுதலாம்? It can be rewritten as s plus 1 into s minus 1. But இதில் வந்து ஒரு போல வந்து நம்ம remove பண்ண போகிறோம். யார் remove பண்ண போகிறீங்க? See, s minus 1 will be removable. Why? Because s minus 1 s equal to 1. s minus 1 in the sense s equal to 1. That pole will be removed and எந்த pole remove பண்ணுறீங்களோ அதோட வேல்யூ ஃபங்க்ஷனில் சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணணும். சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணினா என்ன வரும்? It will become 2 pi I upon 1 plus 1 will become 2 such that 2 getting cancelled. Your answer is going to be pi into I. Did anyone posted the answer? Yes. No. Why someone posted the answer? Guys, please post your answer, right? I'm expecting the answer from your side. Don't wait for my answer, right? So answer is option A. Fine. The next question is the value of the expression, right? So some chilly questions at some times you'll be tested for this type of questions, right? So let me rub this one first. Question is the value of the expression is dash. Complex, basic 12th mathematics, right? Yes. Let's try and bring the answer for this one, right? The answer, anyway, the question is minus 5 plus I into 10 upon 3 plus 4i. 3 plus 4i, that is the given, right? And they are asking the value of the expression. The value, இதோட வேல்யூ என்னன்னு கேக்குறாங்க. And they are given four options. Option A 1 minus 2i, option B 1 plus 2i, option C they said 2 plus I, option D they said 2 minus I. Such that we have four options here. Let's figure out the answer, right? Now what will be the answer here? The conclusion is, guys listen, minus 5 plus 10i upon 3 plus 4i, right? Whenever ஒரு காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ் ஃபங்க்ஷனில் நான் சொல்லியிருந்தேன் இல்லையா, இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டு பிரேக் தி ரியல் பார்ட் அண்ட் இமேஜரி பார்ட் செப்பரேட்லி, தென் யூ ஆர் நாட் சப்போஸ் டு கீப் எனி காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ் வேரியபிள் இன் தி டினாமினேட்டர். தட் இஸ் தி பேசிக், ரைட்? அப்போ டினாமினேட்டரில் காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ் இருந்தது அப்படின்னா இதை நம்ம வேறு எப்படி எழுதணும்? ஜஸ்ட் வி ஷுட் டேக் தி கான்ஜுகேட் ஃபார் திஸ் I into 10, ரைட்? ஜஸ்ட் டேக் தி கான்ஜுகேட் ஃபார் 3 plus 4i, you are getting 3 minus 4i. Whereas in the denominator, you are going to get 3 plus 4i into, just I am taking conjugate and I am multiplying it, right? இந்த ஃபங்க்ஷனோட கான்ஜுகேட் எடுத்து அதை மேலே கீழே நீங்கள் மல்டிபிள் பண்ணணும். such that you are going to get what? In the numerator, 3 into minus 5 will be minus 15. 3 into 10i will become 30i. Minus 4i into minus 5 will become 20 times of 5. Yes, minus 4 into minus, it will become, see there, I into I will become I square. That will give you one minus. Here we have one more minus. Minus into minus will become plus 40. Whereas in the denominator, you are going to get a plus b into a minus b, such that it will become a square minus b square. A square panning abdina, it will become 9 minus b square. B square now 4 into I whole square. It will become I square will give you 1 minus 4 will give you 16, such that minus 1 into 16 it will be equal to minus 16. Already in the formula we have one more minus, so minus into minus will become plus 16, such that this function will become, see there, let's group them together. 40 minus 15, sorry, 40 minus 15 will become 25, exactly, plus 30 times of I upon 9 plus 16 will become 25, right? So there is 30 times of I, because 50I, I made a mistake. 30I plus 20I will become 50 times of I. If I will cancel it 2 times, that is 1 times of 25 plus 2 times of 25 will be 50, that is 1 plus 2I. So what is the correct answer? 1 plus 2I is going to be the correct answer. Sorry guys, please wait a minute. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. So that is going to be 1 plus 2I. Clear? So that is the correct solution for the given function. That is option B. Clear? I hope things are very clear to you all. Now let us take the next question. Did anyone posted the answer already? Yeah, many of you guys are posted, right? Answer is 1 plus 2I. Let me rub this one, right? Let's try and bring the answer for the next question. The next question is, find the argument of the given function. Find the argument of the given function, given expression. Find the argument of the given expression, right? So the given expression is, right? The given expression is, they said, that is 2j upon 1 plus j, right? The question is, find the argument of the given expression. How will you find? Of course, they are given 4 options, plus pi by 2. Option B, they said, that is minus pi by 2. Option C, they said plus pi by 4. Option D, they said minus pi by 4. Okay, they said minus pi by 4, right? Now, what you are going to get, the thing is 2j upon 1 plus j, right? Its solution is going to be, first, if you find the argument of the phase angle offered by the function. I hope you all remember, already I had given these things. Argument of the function is nothing but phase angle offered by the system, right? Phase angle of the numerator angle minus denominator angle, such that numerator angle is how much? 2j, it is purely imaginary. If you angle find panninga, it will be 90 degree minus denominator that is going to be tan inverse of imaginary by real. Both are 1 1, imaginary also 1, real also 1. So that is going to be 45 degrees, such that 90 minus 45 can be written as pi by 4, 90 can be written as pi by 2. Now pi by 2 minus pi by 4 should be equal to what? Pi by 4. So what is the correct answer? Option C. Did anyone posted the answer? No, right? So the correct answer is option C, that is pi by 4, right? I hope things are clear to you all. Yes, same questions are being repeated again and again, right? And you are simply requested to find the UV variables that we saw already. Just you can figure it out. That's all, right? See, that is how we are facing the questions in maths, right? So anyway, apart from that, I'm just requesting all should try to solve the problems, right? As many problems as possible from your side, right? So rest of things, that is the next chapter, we will start tomorrow, right? So let's wind up with this. If you have any other doubts, you can ask in our group, right? So thank you all.